for more high school football action tonight. The Sheridan Bronx hosting the Laramie Plainsmen this evening. Also, Tongue River is at home tonight. The Eagles taking on Glen Rock. Bighorn is on the road. They're at Upton Sundance. We'll take a look at matchups tonight and more coming up a little bit later. Kevin Coyle will be joining us, and we'll also hear from Bronx head coach Jeff Mallory during our pregame show, which is presented by First Federal Bank and Trust. We'll get a break, come back with more right after this.
Chris Hayden with Hammer Chevrolet, the official first day of fall, September 22nd. That means hunting, travel time with the kids. Make sure your vehicle's tires are in good shape.
Bob, bring your vehicle in and we'll help you select the right tires from a host of top tire brands. All our tires come with our price matching guarantee. Provide us with a better price at the time of purchase, we'll match it. If you find a better price within 30 days of purchase, we'll refund the difference. That's how confident we are. You can't beat our tire prices.
Call or go online, hammerchevy.com to schedule your appointment, 107 East Alger.
Prime Rib Brunch at the Ramada Plaza by Wyndham is in Sheridan every Sunday from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. In addition to succulent, grade A choice prime rib, you'll enjoy plenty of breakfast entrees, brunch side dishes, and desserts. Adults are $26, seniors $20, kids 6 to 11 are $15, and kids 5 and under are free. No reservations necessary. Just show up every Sunday for the Prime Rib Brunch from 9 till 2 at the Ramada Plaza in Sheridan.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT with EBA Hearing and Sound. Hearing well is living well, and we're here to help.
Not only are we able to provide premier hearing aid technology with Bluetooth and AI, but we can address the environment in which you are hearing.
Our sound consultation services tailor solutions to fit your needs. Whether at work, at church, or at home, if you're struggling to hear, we can help.
Call EBA Hearing and Sound today, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
You have a new prescription to be filled, but where should you go? Hi, this is Vandalyn Meyer with Hospital Pharmacy West. Visit us and see what a local hometown pharmacy is like. Keeping all your prescriptions in one place makes it much easier for you, and knowing your medication history helps our pharmacists answer your questions. We look forward to seeing you at Hospital Pharmacy and Hospital Pharmacy West.
Hometown pharmacy, hometown care at Hospital Pharmacy West.
When it comes to printed, embroidered, or promotional product needs, there's only one choice in and around Sheridan County. That's Kilpatrick Creations on Brundage Street in Sheridan. Our knowledge and experience puts us ahead of all others. Our expertise guarantees you a quality and affordable product each and every time. Our pricing is fair and consistent, our garment selection is extensive, and our quality is unmatched. So for your next screen printed, embroidered, or promotional product order, go straight to the experts at Kilpatrick Creations. Remember, we're here to make you look good.
Touchdown Bronx! Touchdown Bronx!
Jack, what are you doing? The neighbors can hear you.
With all the touchdowns the Bronx are going to make this year, I felt I needed to practice. You know, we both like to give our best when given a helping hand.
That's right. We're always willing to give a helping hand to our clients when it comes to buying or selling their property. We even do a free market analysis to anyone that calls.
Our clients score a touchdown whenever they work with us at Best Real Estate eXp Realty.
Call Kathleen and Jack and get ready to pack at 307-763-1249.
There's a lot of hype about mortgage interest rates right now, but like sports, we can be working on your preseason mortgage game. This is Autumn Showtime Morris with Homestar. If you want the best rate when you're ready for a home loan, let's make sure everything you need is in place to get that win. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Cornell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
And welcome back, everybody, as we take a look at 4A football from tonight. First off in the standings, you got three teams undefeated. Sheridan, Cheyenne East, Thunder Basin are all 2-0. Campbell County, Cheyenne Central, Casper, Natrona, and Rock Springs all 1-1. Kelly Walsh, Laramie, and South 0-2. Let's take a look at tonight's matchups around the state. Rock Springs plays at Campbell County tonight. Natrona County's at Cheyenne Central. Cheyenne East, Cheyenne South, and Casper, Kelly Walsh. In Casper tonight. And one of those two teams will get their first win of the year. And, of course, our game tonight, Laramie here in Sheridan. We're going to take a break right now. When we come back, Kevin Coyle has our Sheridan County history, football history minute coming up next.
The Wyoming way. Living in the 307 is close to heaven. And the home we love is made all the better when we take care of our neighbors. When you bank with the Bank of Sheridan, your money stays here, working in our community as hard as you do. We offer great rates and service, and all loan decisions are made locally. You work hard out there. Let us do the same for you. Stop by today and experience the local difference. It's the Wyoming way. BuffaloFed.Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Take advantage of Jeep Adventure Days this month at Sheridan Motors. From the open road to the Bighorn Mountains, Jeep is always ready for the ride. Visit Sheridan Motors at 3270 Wrench Drive and check out our all-new Jeep inventory, accessories, gifts, and more. Premium 2022 Jeep vehicles are in stock now, with even more coming soon, so don't miss out. Excellent financing and special incentives may be available to those who qualify. Come see what Jeep Adventure Days is all about at Sheridan Motors.
Planning a project that requires block, brick, or stone? You need to contact the folks at Thompson Master Masons. They have the largest selection of brick and stone in town and 38 years of experience behind their work. Chances are, if it can be done, they've done it. Let Thompson's help you choose the best application for your specific project. Residential or commercial, give Thompson Master Masons a call, 672-7971. Or stop by their showroom at 135 East 11th Street.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-size refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
At Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming, they are proud to welcome fellowship-trained sports medicine surgeon Dr. Daniel Lichty to their world-class team. Whether you're an athlete or wanting to continue your active lifestyle, Dr. Lichty proudly offers a full spectrum of bone, joint, and muscle care to help you stay strong. Visit BHOSC.com to learn more. Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming, specializing in what moves you, now open in Sheridan.
I'm Kevin Coyle with your Sheridan County High School Football History Report for Week 2 of 2022. Information provided by Wyoming-football.com. For Laramie at Sheridan, this game kicks off at 6 p.m. Sheridan won the first meeting between the two teams in 1911, while Laramie got its first win in 1941. Laramie leads the overall series 43-41, including the postseason, but Sheridan has won 17 straight, outscoring Laramie 681-115 in the process, and has won 18 of the last 19. Laramie's last win was in 2005 at Sheridan. As far as games at Sheridan go, Sheridan leads the series 23-17 and has won the last 8 times. Sheridan's longest winning streak versus Laramie is the current 17-game streak that started in 2006, while Laramie's longest winning streak versus Sheridan is 10 from 1968 to 1979. Sheridan has shut out Laramie 10 times, the last being last year, while Laramie has shut out Sheridan 9 times, the last in 1986. Sheridan's largest margin of victory versus Laramie is 57, that was last year, 57 zip, while Laramie's largest margin of victory versus Sheridan is 59, back in 1964, 59 zip. The most points that Sheridan has scored in a game versus Laramie is 57, that happened last year, 57 zip, while the most points that Laramie has scored in a game versus Sheridan is 59 in 1964, 59 zip. The two teams have never had a game versus each other go to overtime. For Glenrock at Tongue River, this game also kicks off at 6 p.m. Tongue River won the first meeting between the two teams in 1965, while Glenrock got their first win in 2005. The series between the two teams is tied at 5, with TR winning the last 2. As far as games at Tongue River go, TR leads the series 3-2. Tongue River's longest winning streak versus Glenrock is 2 from 1965 to 1966 and from 2020 to 2021. While Glenrock's longest winning streak versus TR is 4 from 2009 to 2013, no game played in 2011. Tongue River has shut out Glenrock 2 times, the last in 2006, while Glenrock has never shut out Tongue River. TR's largest margin of victory versus Glenrock is 28 last year, 42-14, while Glenrock's largest margin of victory versus Tongue River is 38 in 2013, 51-13. The most points that Tongue River has scored in a game versus Glenrock is 42 last year, 42-14, while the most points that Glenrock has scored in a game versus Tongue River is 51 in 2013, 51-13. The two teams have never had a game versus each other go to overtime. For Bighorn at Upton Sundance, this game kicks off at 7 p.m. at Sundance. Bighorn won the first game between the two teams in 2017, while Upton Sundance won their first game in 2020. Since the Upton Sundance merger in 2012, Bighorn leads the series 3-2, including the postseason, but US has won the last two. As far as games at Sundance go, Bighorn leads the series 2-1. Upton Sundance's longest winning streak versus Bighorn is the current 2-game streak that started in 2020, while Bighorn's longest winning streak versus Upton Sundance is 3 from 2017 to 2019. Upton Sundance has shut out Bighorn once in 2020, while Bighorn has shut out Upton Sundance once in 2019. Upton Sundance's largest margin of victory versus Bighorn is 35 in 2020, 35-zip, while Bighorn's largest margin of victory versus Upton Sundance is 41 in 2018, 55-14. The most points that US has scored in a game versus Bighorn is 40. That was last year, 40-14. While the most points that Bighorn has scored in a game versus Upton Sundance is 55 in 2018, 55-14. The two teams have never had a game versus each other go to overtime. With your Sheridan County High School Football History Report, I'm Kevin Coyle for Sheridan Media Sports.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. We continue on the broadcast. Coming up, we're going to hear from Bronx head coach Jeff Mowry on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show.
One season, 2 halves, 4 quarters, 1 halftime, 1 final whistle. A season of memories to last a lifetime. Don't let distractions turn those memories into tragedies. Texting while driving is a dangerous distraction. Sending or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving the length of an entire football field with your eyes closed. Whether you're driving to the game or down the court, YDOT reminds you to stop the text and stop the wrecks.
Paid for by YDOT Federal 402 funding.
Cool evenings mean it's time to get ready for those colder days ahead. How do your corrals look? Farmers Co-op has the panels and other fencing materials to get them fixed. Are your bunks in good shape? Farmers Co-op can help you with those as well. Need to order some livestock vaccines? Yep, Farmers Co-op is the place. Whatever you need to get your place in shape for the cold months ahead, you'll find it at Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue here in Sheridan.
If you have employees coming to stay for an extended time in Sheridan, make them feel at home with a room at the Candlewood Suites. These extended stay rooms feature fully equipped kitchens, including a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding view of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll have more than just a room. They'll feel right at home. Call 307-675-2100.
Projects are complex and full of communication hurdles. WWC Engineering is a multidisciplinary engineering firm that's been serving the Rocky Mountain region since 1980. WWC's range of consulting services is broad and employs an exceptional staff that has worked on a multitude of conservation district and water resource projects, giving them the experience from ground and surface water rights to irrigation and stream restoration. WWC Engineering. Call 672-0761 or visit them at wwcengineering.com. Time now for our pregame visit with Bronx head coach Jeff Mowry, presented by First Federal Bank and Trust.
First Federal Bank and Trust formed in Sheridan in 1935 as a financially stable community bank. We strive every day to support and improve the lives of our staff, customers, and communities. Currently, we have some great certificate of deposit specials. We are also assisting you with an increased online savings rate that you can easily open online. First Federal strives to maximize your earnings. We have been your community bank since 1935. First Federal Bank and Trust. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
Jeff, get ready to go tonight against the Laramie Plainsmen, and 2-0 coming into the week. Kind of mixed results the first couple of weeks. And I think maybe that the kids and the coaches were expecting maybe a little bit better performance last week, even though it was a nice win against Shine South.
Absolutely, Trevor. You're exactly right. We're 2-0, and you can't have a better record than that right now in 4A football. There's not very many 2-0 teams right now, and so we're proud of that. Yet at the same time, you're exactly right. it wasn't the cleanest performance and not the performance that this team can put together. And so, we had the ball on the ground. We had a lack of focus on some things that we've got to sharpen up. When we start seeing better teams, it's going to come back to haunt us if we don't get it cleaned up.
Yeah, balls on the ground 6 times and some really bad penalties.
Yes, absolutely. And our theme of the week this week has been focus, and it's just been those things. They're fumbles and penalties and things like that are not things that require talent. We call them TNT, takes no talent. Those are things that we can just clean up, and we just got to have a mentally focused team and come out and execute cleanly.
Is that, I chalked it up last week too. A lot of guys are playing for the first time, really. And so you have inexperience. Now we're into the 4A grind, though. This isn't the JVs anymore.
Yep.
This is big boy football. And I think that's part of that inexperience and that growing up a little bit.
Yep, and you're exactly right, Trevor. We don't have a ton of experience returning from a year ago or 2 years ago, really. And so you're going to have those mistakes, and they're growing pains, but it's time to grow out of those. And they've had their time, and we've coached them, and they understand. And it's time that we continue to coach and we continue to hold them accountable, because those types of things will come back to haunt you in 4A football. We get into a great schedule for the rest from here on out, and it's going to be a grind. And if we have those types of things, we'll stub our toe.
The thing about it is, I don't want to make it sound, it wasn't like they played like garbage the first 2 weeks. They did. There are kids out there. I think each individual is making plays.
Yep.
But the problem is those unforced errors are the ones that drive you crazy.
Yep.
But there's a lot of playmakers out there. Defense is making some great plays. They've been tough the first couple weeks. So there really are a lot of good things. I think way more good things than not so good.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Trevor. I spoke with Coach Julian this week, and I touch base with him frequently. He always has good advice, and I'm talking to him about some of the frustrations, and he says, you kind of sound like I did, and there's a lot of good things going on too, and man, there are. We have a lot of great things going on our team. We have a tremendous group of guys. They're fun to work with. They come out and they work hard every day, have tremendous effort. Like we talked about after the Central game, there were a lot of penalties. They're effort things, and we're not coaching effort on a daily basis, which is awesome. And they're a fun group of kids to work with. And so, we've just got to coach them up, and we've got to get them better. And this is the group we have, and it's put on our coaches. Let's see how far we can help these guys go.
One of the big things that you and I talked about week 1 leading up to the game with Cheyenne Central was building depth. That was number one priority. How has that process gone as we go into week 3?
I think we've been doing a pretty good job, been purposeful about it in practice and then in games as well. An example of that is Jackson Lynn was our starting Sam linebacker, outside linebacker, has done a great job for us against Cheyenne Central. Well, he got sick Friday, real sick, and wasn't able to go with us on Friday to Cheyenne South. And so Jacob Ormseth, the next Sam, stepped up and did a tremendous job, set the edge well. We challenged him to be physical, and he really stepped up and did a great job. And so now after, something like Jackson not being able to go, which is a little bit of adversity, we grew out of that. I think our team became better because of that. It forced the hand to build some depth, and both those guys stepped up, and you'll see both those guys tonight playing Sam linebacker because Jacob did a great job and stepped up and did good work on the field.
That gets people off the field. Even something little as having Ty Gilbertson kick off.
Yep.
That way, you at least can get Colson off the field, especially if he's just run for 75 yards. He doesn't have to go back out there and kick off and then run down the field again. And Ty's banging him out of the end zone.
Yeah.
And that's a small part. Kickoff, nobody thinks about it, but you know what? Make him start at the 20 all night.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Trevor. Those are critical plays. When we can get a sub, we need to have one. And my son will say it all the time. You just give the ball to this guy every time. And I tell him, Bryce, we're not playing Madden here. The guys get tired, and we've got to keep them fresh. And it's a long season in 4A football. And so we're in week 3 of a 9-game regular season, and hopefully have some opportunities to play 3 more games. And if we don't keep our guys fresh, we're in a bad way. So we've got to continue to build depth every single week in practice and in the game. We got to keep them fresh too. You never know when an injury is going to happen, sickness happens. We've got to have guys ready to go.
Usually we talk about special teams at the end. Let's talk about it now. Block the punt for a touchdown, long kickoff return, long punt return. Even though those 2 got called back, special teams again were outstanding, except for a couple penalties.
Yep, a couple penalties got in our way. If you look at week 1 to week 2 growth, and we've talked about it before, Trevor, that's a huge opportunity for growth. I thought our special teams was a place where we really did grow. There are some of those penalties, 2 of them on big plays that got called back. But overall, when we look at the schemes and our execution, we were much cleaner against Cheyenne South than we were against Central the previous week. So really proud of our special teams, the way they developed, and they've got to continue to develop and get better. And now when we eliminate those plays, we'll get back the 130 yards we lost on a couple of those penalties.
It's amazing. 130.
Yeah.
Well, those are the ones when you're watching the film with the coaching staff. You fast forward through them?
We didn't, and actually on Monday with the young men in the meeting room, we watched them at a painfully slow pace. We had a 2 minute 30 second clip where our guys had to sit and watch, the execution and not only to drive the point home, but we're looking at schemes and things like that. And we complimented them on their growth. Our schemes and our execution was much cleaner. Now we have to eliminate this, and it was really 3 plays. We had the punt that didn't get caught over our heads that rolled back when we had the punt return and the kick return penalties on 130 yards on 3 plays that we lost out on.
Let's talk about the offense. You opened it up a little bit. It was subtly. It wasn't like this glaring, but you threw the ball a lot more. The short passing game was really tough early. Well, you hit the big one with Colson right away. Short passing game was really good.
It was. I was really pleased with the execution on that. We hit some quick X screens and some hitches and had to get the ball out. I think if we can widen the box, that's going to really help us down the road. And to develop that early on is really important so that we're not trying to put it in weeks 7, 8, and 9. We've got to build our confidence in it now so that we can stretch the field horizontally and get some vertical seams.
You got 3 or 4 guys, too, that have great speed to get to the edge and do some damage.
Yeah, it's really fun when those guys get to the edge, and Dom Berrettini had a quick catch out on the sideline there, and then got down the field, broke a couple tackles, and he made a great play. That being said, we had some tremendous blockers, and so if you're watching from home or wherever, I want you to watch those guys on the edge, and we got our slot backs that are tremendous blockers on the edge, and then you see our big guys. It was great in film. They are getting down the field, and sometimes on those long runs, they're the first guy celebrating with our running back or a receiver, and so they're getting down the field and putting in the work and cutting off a linebacker or a safety on their way.
Let's talk about the defense a little bit. I think Cheyenne Central had one decent run. South hit you over the top legitimately. That was a legit touchdown over the top. But otherwise, defensively, I think for the first couple of weeks, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of really trying to keep the ball in front of them. Coach McEwen challenged them last week to limit to all rushes under 9 yards, and they got one above 9 yards there in the fourth quarter. But overall, really pretty solid job. In 4A this year, watching the film, there are a lot of quarterbacks that can scramble and keep their eyes downfield. And South's quarterback did just that a couple times. And we stepped up and he put the ball over the top on their first and second touchdown. The quarterback got out of the pocket. We lost pocket integrity. And then our linebackers and DBs stepped up and he beat us over the top. And so it was a good test for us. South does it. The Laramie quarterback tonight's going to do a great job of that. Very athletic, keeps his eyes downfield. We've got to be disciplined in the back end in our coverage to stay in coverage until that quarterback crosses the line of scrimmage. And our defensive line has to do a great job of pocket integrity. We've got to keep him inside the pocket. Don't let him roll outside, contain, and then our inside guys got to go to work and pressure that pocket and collapse it on the inside and keep him penned in.
Well, Laramie was going to be a mystery. Last year, they really struggled, first-year head coach. But as you have alluded to before we visited, they got more guys out. Obviously, this coach has hit a chord with the kids at that school, and they are much improved than what we saw a year ago.
Yeah, Trevor, we got to watch 2 weeks on film. They played in Natrona County and Campbell County, two traditionally powerhouses in 4A football, and they're 0-2. That being said, watching them on film, Coach Ranga and staff has those guys playing hard. They are playing much harder than when we played them a year ago in week 1. And their execution is much, much cleaner. Defensively, they've moved to a 3-4, and it's an attacking defense. They are bringing heat, and they are physical. And offensively, they're spreading around, getting their ball in their playmakers' hands, and they're getting after it. They lost by 1 point to Campbell County just last week, and so they're hungry for that first win.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Trevor.
First Federal Bank and Trust formed in Sheridan in 1935 as a financially stable community bank. We strive every day to support and improve the lives of our staff, customers, and communities. Currently, we have some great certificate of deposit specials. We are also assisting you with an increased online savings rate that you can easily open online. First Federal strives to maximize your earnings. We have been your community bank since 1935. First Federal Bank and Trust. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
And we're just about ready to go, everybody. The Sheridan Bronx and Laramie Plainsmen coming up at the top of the hour. Get ready for it. That is on the way, coming up next.
Are you ready for a new career? Your locally owned McDonald's in Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette is in search of crew members and shift managers. Owner, Larry Storo.
Bob, one of the many benefits of working for McDonald's is our tuition assistance programs. You can earn a college degree through Colorado Technical University with 100% of your tuition covered. Or you can earn up to $3,000 in tuition assistance for Sheridan College or the University of Wyoming. Come in and we'll explain all the details.
If you need your high school diploma, McDonald's will assist with that as well. Join the McDonald's team today. McDonald's, working to brighten your future.
Do you love what you do? Well, I do. Hi, this is Jill Bates with Best Real Estate. I have the pleasure of working with many amazing people every day, assisting them with the next chapter, whether buying or selling. Real estate is not just looking at pretty homes. There are lots of hoops, steps, and challenges to overcome, and people to coordinate to achieve a successful closing. We don't expect you to know what to do. You don't do this every day like we do. Let me and my outstanding and caring team at Best Real Estate be your guide and make the start of your next chapter a success. Give us a call today, 675-BEST. As always, make it a great day.
Brokered by EXP.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
It's been said that for every dollar spent at a locally owned business, it returns 3 times as much income into the local economy. Hi, this is Mandolin Meyer from Hospital Pharmacy West. The money you spend with a locally owned business stays in our community longer. It's just another way to recycle and help our community. When you shop local, we all win. Thank you from all of us at Hospital Pharmacy West.
Hometown Pharmacy, hometown care at Hospital Pharmacy West.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT with EBIA Hearing and Sound. Hearing well is living well, and we're here to help.
Not only are we able to provide premier hearing aid technology with Bluetooth and AI, but we can address the environment in which you are hearing.
Our sound consultation services tailor solutions to fit your needs. Whether at work, at church, or at home, if you're struggling to hear, we can help.
Call EBIA Hearing and Sound today, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
Wyoming Corporate Office is the trusted business choice behind thousands of businesses. Whether it's business formation, payroll, corporate paperwork, mail scanning service, or small business phone service, Wyoming Corporate Office powers over 100,000 businesses worldwide and locally. This makes Wyoming Corporate Office the state's largest business-to-business service provider, located right here in Sheridan, Wyoming. If you're drowning in corporate paperwork looking for someone with an unmatched experience that cares and wants to be your partner in making your business successful, trust that Wyoming Corporate Office can help you focus on what makes your business tick. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com. Wherever you are, you'll find a branch of Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. And here's why. If you have a Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union account and a smartphone or other mobile device, visit SheridanCreditUnion.com. Download the free app and your smart device becomes an internet mobile banking device with all kinds of banking features. So, regardless of your location, Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union is in the palm of your hand. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Bomber Mountain Nutrition has a delicious and nutritious line of products and is now under new ownership, including shakes, smoothies, energy drinks, Manchester Street coffees, protein-packed drinks, and even recovery drinks. Also try their smoothie bowls, protein powder bowls, or their awesome protein-packed waffles. Open weekdays 7 to 6, Saturdays 9 to 4. Look for updates on Facebook and Instagram, and order delivery on DoorDash, or stop by 41 East 1st Street. Bomber Mountain Nutrition, because life has its ups and downs, and they're called squats. Good evening, everybody. Trevor Jackson with you on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM. The Sheridan Bronx getting ready to take on the Laramie Plainsmen. Both teams on the field, right in the Bronx on the field anyway. Here come the Plainsmen. What I love about the Bronx, if you've been to home games or road games, you notice the Bronx have a flag that they bring, and now the teams they play carry flags out. I love that. Would they say the imitation is the ultimate flattery? Something like that. Anyway, whatever it is. So the Bronx take on the Plainsmen tonight. Coming up, Shane Parker's going to join us in a little bit on the broadcast. Shane's daughter, Easton, plays volleyball for the Lady Bronx. They're playing right now against Natrona County. So Shane will be joining us here in a little bit. But the Bronx taking on Laramie tonight. Bronx 2-0, Laramie 0-2. The Bronx have won 17 in a row, as you heard during the post-game or pregame show against the Plainsmen. 17 straight games. And I was thinking before Kevin Coyle did his report, it had been a while since the Bronx had not beaten Laramie. Well, we can go back to 2004 for that victory for Laramie. So it's been a while. And so the Sheridan Bronx looking to go to 3-0 and get ready to go back out on the road next week at Rock Springs, come home for Thunder Basin. And as we said, I think during the pregame show with head coach Jeff Mowry and talking about the first couple of weeks, the Bronx will begin to run the gauntlet in week 4 with all the great 4A teams up against them. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. So thank you for being with us tonight and joining us on KWYO and 106.9 FM and also our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com. Our producers tonight are Steve Schreffler and James Timberlake. Also on the camera tonight, we'll have Kevin Coyle. And thank those 3 guys for being here. And thank them for bringing you the video of all the action as well. They do a great job, so stay tuned for that tonight as well as we get ready for the starting lineup for both clubs. Great crowd on hand tonight. The rain is gone. It was wonderful to get the rain today. It was beautiful. I still see from where we sit east of town, there's still some rain falling. But right now at Homer Scott Stadium, the field is awesome. And it's been a great day. It's a cool evening, but we're looking forward to getting this underway. The Bronx, again, beating Cheyenne Central week 1. Last week, no problem at Cheyenne South, and now they get ready to take on a very capable Laramie club. The Bronx will receive the opening kickoff. Laramie did win the coin toss and elected to defer, and they will give the Bronx the ball first. And I don't think the Bronx worry too much about that. They'd love to have it first, and that's where we're at right now as we work our way through the starting lineups for both clubs. But again, a good crowd on hand. Weather is perfect. Wind is minimal out of the northwest. It's blowing, but it's minimal. Not going to be a factor tonight as we look forward to the kickoff of this one. Thank you again for being with us tonight as we get ready to roll. Coming up tomorrow, the University of Wyoming Cowboys will play in Northern Colorado. That game will kick off at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on 1410 KWY on 106.9 FM. And then Monday night, the Denver Broncos take on the Seattle Seahawks in Monday Night Football. We'll have that live for you as well. And we're just moments away from getting this underway. And as I mentioned, the Bronx will return it. And both teams huddle on the sidelines right now with their special teams coaches. And it'll be Matt Kettner going back deep. And he'll be back there with Dane Steele to return this kick. And as we've said over the last, dozen years, don't go anywhere during this kickoff return. If it's returnable, look out. Bronx had 2 great returns last week. 1 kick return, 1 punt return were called back on penalties. And that's one thing the Bronx have got to get out of their system this week. Lots of big penalties last week against Cheyenne South, even though they won handily. Penalties, and they put the ball on the ground 6 times last week. Can't do it tonight. So Steele goes back deep along with Kettner. They'll stand at the goal line. And kicking it off for Laramie will be Ty Ernest. He's their punter and kick guy. And he'll boot it away. Bronx in all blue tonight. Laramie, of course, in the brown and maroon, or the white and maroon. And here we go. Opening kick, kicked away, and it will not be returnable. And the Bronx will have it at the 20, kicked out of the back of the end zone. So Cale Gilbertson, the Bronx quarterback, will bring his guys out, and the Bronx will have it 1st and 10 on their own 20. So 1st and 10 Bronx, 5 wides in the set. Empty backfield. Gilbertson by himself in the backfield. as we start the sequence. Let's see if there's any movement. And Gilbertson now will take a look at the sidelines, and let's see if they change the play. They will not. 5 wides in the set. Quarterback all by himself in the backfield. Now here comes motion, and the give will go to Kuhn. Actually, it's going to be the quarterback keeping it. Great play fake to Kuhn, and it's going to be Gilbertson across the 30 to about the 34. And a gain of 9 yards. Great play fake. Well, it faked me out. Same set, 5 wides in the set. Kuhn to the near side. Gilbertson again lines up out of the gun. On 2nd and short, see if the Bronx take a shot here. From the 34. Gilbertson to throw. Outside, it gets drilled, incomplete. Boy, Gilbertson took a big shot as it falls incomplete. Nobody in the area of the pass, as Gilbertson really took a shot, and now 3rd and short. And we'll look for Colson Kuhn probably to get it here. There's a penalty flag down. It's going to go against Laramie. Oh, it's a biggie, too. 15-yarder. Oh, passer. Oh, roughing the passer. Oh. That's going to move the ball out to the 44-yard line. Wow. Big penalty against Laramie. 1st and 10 Bronx at their own 44. Empty backfield again for Gilby. Sets the throw. Down the seam. Has a man. Incomplete. Wanted Kuhn. Overthrew him. Incomplete at the 30-yard line. And they'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kind of, interesting about that pass, that penalty against the quarterback. I didn't think it was that late. Kind of surprised to see it. 2nd and 10 Bronx at their own 44. Just underway, no score on the range scoreboard. And now Kuhn will line up in the backfield with Gilbertson. 3 wides in the set, 1 tight end. And now they'll bunch 3 wide receivers to the near side. On 2nd and 10, give it to Kuhn. And he will run to the right and maybe get a couple. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 8 at about the 47-yard line. Let's give him the 46. So 3rd and 8 coming for the Bronx. So 3rd and 8 for the Bronx at their own 46. We're, again, just underway. No score on the range scoreboard. Kettner in motion. Gets the jet sweep. And it's going to be actually the quarterback keeping it. Gilbertson again. Not much there. Actually, he gave it to Kuhn. And now 4th down coming at the 49-yard line. Now decision being made, and the Bronx will punt it away. So victory for Laramie in the first possession, as Colson Kuhn will boot it away. But again, we're in that spot in the field where there could be a fake as well. So Kuhn will line up to boot it away on 4th and 5 for the Bronx at their own 49. I don't know if I believe the Bronx are going to kick it here or not. Let's see. Snap it to Colson, and he will kick it away. And it will be returnable, and Laramie's going to have the ball about the 21, 22-yard line as the return man's dropped immediately. So nothing doing for the Bronx. They get the big penalty from Laramie, but they turn it over on downs, and Laramie will have it after the punt. And they'll spot the ball at the Laramie 22-yard line. So the Plainsmen hold on the first series, and Ben Malone, the quarterback, will come out to line his guys up. First 2 weeks, Malone's been their best rusher. Four wides in the set for Laramie. They spread it out. Malone with Sam Keith in the backfield with him. 1st and 10 for Laramie at their own 30, or their own 22. Come out, throwing incomplete. Quick pass play to Calderon, and it's incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Again, 9:48 to go. Clock stopped, first quarter. No score on the rain scoreboard. Bronx forced a punt on their first series. And now 2nd and 10 for Laramie from their own 22. Malone ready to go again. And this time he'll hand it off, and there's not a whole lot there, and it may be a loss on the play. A loss of a yard. 3rd and 11 coming for Laramie. On the carry that time was Kyler Roberts, and he went nowhere. So 3rd and 11 for the Plainsmen front their own 21. Malone back to throw. Under pressure. And down he goes! And they'll punt it away inside the 20-yard line. Dropped at the 17. And the Plainsmen will boot it away. The Bronx just blew up the pocket. And Malone had nowhere to go. And now Ernest will come in to boot it away. And again, the always dangerous Matt Kettner and Dane Steele wait to return it. And this one will be returnable. Steele will return it from his own 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Down the sidelines. Look out! He's got a chance! And he's going to be run out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Oh, my goodness. How long have we been saying it? Bronx special teams are dangerous. And Steele dang near took it all the way back, and the Bronx are in business. After forcing the punt, it'll be 1st and 10 Bronx, and they'll spot the ball at the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10 just outside the 10. The Bronx will be able to get a first down if they get inside the 1-yard line. So 1st and 10 Bronx, just outside the 10-yard line of Laramie. Gilbertson has his guys ready to go. 3 wides in the set. Kuhn in the backfield with him. And we'll give it to Colson. Running to the right side. Colson pounds his way to about the 3-yard line. 2nd and short. 8:17 to play. Clock running. First quarter on the rain scoreboard. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage come the Bronx. From the 3-yard line. Gilbertson sets his guys. Kuhn in the backfield with him. 3 wides in the set. And the signals come in from the sidelines. Gilbertson, high snap, rolling left, going to throw. It's going to be incomplete. Good heat up the middle from Laramie. Gilbertson had to get rid of that in a hurry. Looking for Kettner, incomplete. 3rd down now. 3rd and about 2 from the 3-yard line. It's got to be Colson Kuhn right here. It's a Gatorade Player of the Year. Has got to get the ball right. He does. Up the gut. And Colson pounds his way forward. And he is in for the score. Colson Kuhn from 3 yards out. With 7:42 to play in the first quarter. Kuhn with a 3-yard touchdown run. And now he'll turn around and kick the PAT. And the Bronx are on the scoreboard first. As the rain to the east of town looks like it's pounding out there right now. It's raining a little bit here at the stadium as well. And the kick is up, and it is no good. Missed it to the right. 6-0 Bronx. 7:42 to play in the first quarter. You listen to Bronx football at KWYO and 106.9 FM.
It's time for the Homestar Halftime Show. We'll be back with a wrap of the
Your station for live Sheridan County sports is 1410 KWYO Sheridan.
Good evening, everyone.
Your station for live Sheridan County sports is 1410 KWYO Sheridan.
Good evening, everybody. Trevor Jackson back with you as we get ready.
As we get ready to kick this one off, it is coming down now. It is pouring rain here at the stadium. I said it was east of town. No, it's right on top of us, just west of town. It is coming down as Ty Gilbertson ready to kick it away. It is pouring rain, and it is a high end over ender. It's going to be short into the wind. Ball on the ground. It's loose. They cover it. The Bronx said they have it. Let's see if they do. And the Bronx have it inside the 30-yard line of Laramie. Again, the wind and the rain caught that ball and knocked it down, and the Bronx have it at the Laramie 28-yard line. And again, that's all the weather right there. That's the wind and the rain just knocked that ball into the ground, and it came right back at the Bronx return team, and they cover it, 1st and 10 Bronx at the Laramie 28. Quickly back onto the field. Here comes the offense. And they're going to go with the quarterback. It's going to be Kuhn taking the snap. And Colson will keep it right up the gut. Loose! And he's taken down near the 10-yard line. He's still on his feet at the 5. So 1st and goal coming for the Bronx. And they'll spot Kuhn down at the 7. Man, is it pouring rain. We can barely see out of our windows here. I don't know if I want to open this up and get all wet. 7:28 to go, opening quarter. Kuhn again will take the snap from the 7. This time they hand it off. It's going to be Kuhn again from Gilbertson to the 5. So 2nd and goal. They'll spot the ball at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 5. Bronx already lead 6-0. I mean, it is coming down. And we're going to have to open the window. So Gilbertson will take the snap from the 5. Run option, keep it, and he will pound his way near the goal line. He's going to be stopped, I think, short at about the 1. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. Just when I thought it was raining east of town. Wow. All of a sudden, it just started coming down. It's okay if it's raining. No lightning. We don't want lightning. Lightning is bad. 3rd and goal, Bronx, from the 1-yard line of Laramie. Bronx already lead 6-0. 6:09 to play. Clock running, 1st quarter. Gilby ready to go. Kuhn lined up in the backfield with him. And now we'll get a timeout called by the Bronx, and we'll get a timeout as well. You're listening to Bronx football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Your station for live Sheridan County sports is 1410 KWYO Sheridan.
Projects are complex and full of communication hurdles. WWC Engineering is a multidisciplinary engineering firm that's been serving the Rocky Mountain region since 1980. WWC's range of consulting services is broad and employs an exceptional staff that has worked on a multitude of conservation.
Welcome back as we get ready to go here. 3rd and goal for the Bronx at the 1-yard line of Laramie. Snap taken by Gilbertson. He'll keep it, and he'll score. the Bronx back in the end zone again. And 5:56 to go. First quarter.
Your station for
Gilbert takes the snap, and he is going to keep it and will take it in. The Bronx make up the extra point miss. So with 5:56 to go in the first quarter, the Bronx scored twice on a turnover from Laramie. 14-0 Bronx with 5:56 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Bronx football on KWYL 106.9 FM. And also our live video web stream, SheridanMedia.com.
Projects are complex and full of communication hurdles. WWC Engineering is a multidisciplinary engineering firm that's been serving the Rocky Mountain region since 1980. WWC's range of consulting services is broad and employs an exceptional staff that has worked on a multitude of conservation district and water resource projects, giving them the experience from ground and surface water rights to irrigation and stream restoration. WWC Engineering. Call 672-0761 or visit them at wwcengineering.com.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back, everybody. Well, the Bronx score touchdown, kickoff. Laramie turns it over on the kickoff. Bronx score again, get the two-pointer. 14-0 Bronx, 5:56 left in the first quarter. And now Ty Gilbertson ready to boot it away as Alexander and Roberts back deep to receive it. And this one is going to be caught by Alexander, and not a whole lot of room there. Is going to be tripped up at the 22-yard line. And now Laramie will maybe get to run an official play here. Give the Bronx opening drive touchdown. Kicked off. Laramie turned it over on the kickoff. Bronx score again. Now Laramie will have their first shot at it. 1st and 10 on their own 23. Ben Malone, the quarterback, as they spread him out. Well, I guess Laramie had it once. They had to punt. And they're going to go jet sweep, and there is nothing there. They ran it to Alexander. He gets buried and will lose a couple. Back to the 21-yard line. 2nd and 12 coming. The Bronx blew that up at the line of scrimmage. 5.5 to go. First quarter, 14-0 Bronx. And again, the Bronx looking for a bounce back this week, I think. You know, they had the big win last week, but it was kind of ugly. Didn't really play crisp at all at Cheyenne South. 2nd and 12 for the Plainsmen at their own 21. Malone, the give to the first guy through, not much there, maybe a yard or two. Back to the original line of scrimmage to the running back, Morris. 3rd and 10 for the Plainsmen. Well, the Plainsmen not in panic mode yet. You know, some teams go into panic mode. If you get down early, I think you just got to stay the course. Don't get crazy. Let's see what they do here. 4 wides in the set. Malone and Alexander in the backfield. Malone going to throw to the outside. It's going to be caught, but nothing there. It was caught by Calderon. He gets buried at the line of scrimmage, and Laramie will punt. And now Steele and Kettner will go back to receive this punt. And again, dangerous right here. And anytime it's got a chance to go the distance. So Kettner and Steele, actually it's going to just be Kettner by himself this time, will stand at his own 43-yard line, waiting for this punt from Ernest. And the kick is away, and it's going to be returnable. Kettner will field it at his own 41, 45, 50, 45, taken down to Laramie 42. The Bronx with great field position again, and the offense trots back out on the field. Bronx got to be feeling it right now. 3:45 to go opening quarter. The rain has kind of subsided, I think, for the most part. And again, on the turf field, it's not, footing is not an issue. We had the old, field down at Central Stadium. might be an issue. 1st and 10 Bronx. They're going to spot it at the Laramie 43-yard line. Kuhn in the backfield with Gilbertson. 3 wides to the near side. 1 to the far side. Bronx lead 14-0. High snap, hauled in. Screen pass Berrettini, and not a whole lot there, but he'll break a tackle and actually pick up a couple. There was nothing there. Good job by Berrettini. Derek Berrettini makes a nice play to at least get something positive when there wasn't much there. Laramie did a good job defensively to bottle him up. So 2nd and 8 coming for the Bronx. 3:20 to play. Clock running opening quarter. 14-0 Sheridan leads. From the 41-yard line of Laramie on 2nd and 8. Steele in motion in the backfield. And it's going to be the quarterback keeping it. Gilbertson up the gut, and he'll be close to a first down inside the 35-yard line. Depends on the spot. It's either a first down or it's 3rd and very short. Referee's going to take a look at it. It says first down. So Gilbertson picks up the first down. Needed 8. Got 8. First down Bronx at the Laramie 32. Gilbertson, this time they'll empty the backfield. 5 wides in the set. And now in the backfield in motion is Kuhn. They're going to blow it dead. Flag flies, and it's going to be a false start against the Bronx. Let's see. I think so. Oh, no. Offsides Laramie. 1st and 5 Bronx. So somebody got a little overzealous. See our good friend Shane Parker making his way to our broadcast position. Will be joining us shortly after his daughter was playing volleyball for the Lady Bronx tonight. 1st and 5 Bronx inside the 30 of Laramie. Bronx lead 14-0. Give it to Kuhn. Up the gut. Breaks a tackle. 20. And he will still be on his feet at the 10. 5. Touchdown Bronx! Colson Kuhn breaking tackles. Ugly tackling by Laramie. .2:18 to go. First quarter. And Colson Kuhn in the end zone again from 21 yards out. And now we'll have the point after. And the Bronx lead 20-0 with 2:18 to play in the first quarter. And here's the kick by Kuhn. It is up, and it is no good. He missed it to the left. 20-0 Bronx. 2:18 to go first quarter. You listen to Bronx football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
When you're ready to take the next step with your business, you need a partner you can trust. Hi, I'm David Hubert from First Bank of Wyoming. Team up with our local commercial lenders who know this community and strive to build lasting relationships focused on your success. Call us at 672-1733 or stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2 to get started today. First Bank of Wyoming, Division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As the presenting sponsor, we're so excited for this year's WYO Film Festival. This is Kim Hall with ERA Carroll Realty. This is a weekend you don't want to miss, featuring an outstanding lineup and Q&As with film directors. Kicking off Friday night is The Magic Hour from Teton Gravity Research, an adventure film which will leave you breathless. The WYO Film Festival starts September 30th. Get your tickets at wyofilmfest.org.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Kickoff out of bounds, out of the back of the end zone. 20-0 Bronx, 2:18 to play in the first. Shane Parker's with us. Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, my man. It's good to be here.
How's the volleyball going?
The Lady Bronx are struggling a little bit this afternoon, but they're young and they're learning a lot.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you.
And you showed up at the right time. It's 20-0.
Well,
you're not a front runner or anything, are you?
I'll jump right on, man.
Jump on the bandwagon, baby. 1st and 10 Laramie from their own 20. It's been all Bronx in the first 10 minutes of this game. 1st and 10 for the Plainsmen. Malone, the quarterback. Going to bring a man in motion near side. And the give is going to go to Rogers. Nothing.
Kyle Roberts. Yeah,
Roberts.
Kyler Roberts, the ball carrier.
Roberts, I should say.
Noah Williamson, the first guy there for the Bronx on defense.
A loss on the play of a yard. Back to the 19. I think the Bronx were challenged this week by the coaches after the first couple of games with Central and South, and I think they look a lot sharper tonight, for sure. Man in motion, far side. 2nd and 11. Malone, quick toss, ball on the ground. It's going to be covered back inside the 10 by the Plainsmen. Bad.
Bad toss.
Yep.
Wet ball.
Hard to handle, wet ball.
Deed Kirshner there to get the touch, so he'll get credit for that.
So the ball now spotted at the Laramie 9-yard line. So 3rd and long. 3rd and 20.
20, yeah.
So 3rd and 20. So, the Bronx are going to pin their ears back here. I think you just run the ball and punt, don't you?
Well, you're down 3 scores.
Don't do anything. Don't do anything crazy.
You're knocking on your own end zone.
So Malone ready to go on 3rd and 20, and they'll just give it straight ahead, and there ain't much there. To about the 10-yard line, and Laramie will punt. And the Bronx are just licking their chops right now.
Yeah, they're just coming after them.
I mean, Dane Steele and Matt Kentner have to be just like, kick it to us, let's go. They're going to stand right about midfield for this punt. It's going to be kicked out of the Laramie end zone by Ernest. He'll hit it at about the 3-yard line. And again, Kentner and Steele stand at midfield. Bronx already lead 20-0 with 1:25 left first quarter. Kicked away, short kick on the bounce. It's going to be Kentner, and he will be dropped at about the 35-yard line. So the Bronx again with a short field, and here you go.
Yeah, Dakota Ledford, nice job getting downfield, making the tackle before Kentner could really get to the edge and find that wedge there and get to the distance.
I hate to say it. Bronx score again. If the Bronx score again before the end of the quarter, this bad boy's over. Homecoming night, no fireworks tonight, of course, because of the wet weather. We'll take this wet weather. Is that nice today or what? I loved it.
I think 2 days ago, it's 50 degrees cooler right now than it was 3 days ago.
Wednesday was insane.
2 days ago, yeah, Wednesday.
Crazy. Ball gets dropped on the snap, and Gilbertson will cover it. We don't like to see the ball on the ground. We had it on the ground 6 times last week, and the Bronx were fortunate not to lose any of them. And this one is dropped on the snap, and so the Bronx lose 5 yards. 2nd and 15 coming for the Bronx at the Laramie 40. Just get the ball to number 5. He can make up for a lot of your mistakes. You got to catch the dang football, though. Quick snap. Gilbertson to throw. Looking. Unloads underneath. It's going to be caught by Kentner. 30, 25, 20. Cuts back. 15, 10. Has a chance. He scores.
No
Matt
hankies.
Kentner. Yeah. Well, nice run.
Boy, he made some nice cuts, made a couple man miss, and was able to get down the field and get in the end zone.
Well, the Bronx have made this a blowout in the first quarter with 31 seconds to go in the first quarter. Matt Kentner scores from 40 yards out. And it's now 26-0 Bronx. And now Kuhn for the point after. The kick is up, and it is good with 31 seconds to go in the first quarter. On the range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 27, Laramie nothing. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
Whitney Center for the Arts at Sheridan College presents the Helios Trio tonight at 7 p.m. in Kinnison Hall at Sheridan College. This trio is a dynamic ensemble composed of artist faculty from the University of Wyoming. It's a concert you won't want to miss. Tickets are $10, available for purchase online at sheridan.edu/arts or by phone at 307-675-0306 or at the box office. The Helios Trio tonight.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready to roll here. 27-0 Bronx. Shane, I did not see this kind of a blowout coming, but Laramie obviously not ready to play after. Look,
Yeah,
long bus ride.
Yeah, long bus ride.
Plainsmen not ready to go. The Bronx are just burying them right now.
It's just,
yeah.
In the short time I've been here, it looks like they're dominating both sides of the line of scrimmage. And that's where it starts up front, and that's where the Bronx, maybe last week, obviously they won 41-14.
Yeah.
You can't fault it, but it wasn't as nice of a game as the coaches would like. You've got to win the game in the trenches.
Gilbertson will kick it away, and it's going to be a touchback. And the Plainsmen will start at their own 20. And I think it's obvious so far through the first quarter. The Bronx took the win last week to heart. So I know the coaches are probably hard on them this week.
Well, I know they had a short practice last night because of the lightning.
Mm-hmm.
They had to go. I think they went into the gym and did some stuff, just running through some, executing plays and stuff. But you can't be out on the field when the lightning's out.
Well, you put the ball on the ground 6 times and you have 4 unsportsmanlike penalties, and you still win 41. You still score 41. They should have scored 101. 1st and 10, Laramie from their own 20. Malone, second guy through, is going to be the running back, Roberts.
And he's going to get
and it's going to be the best gain of the night so far for Laramie. He'll have a first down at the 30. So 27-0 Bronx with 22 seconds to play. We're still in the first quarter. As the Plainsmen, again, defensively just imploded, and their special teams imploding here in the first quarter. And we'll see what kind of fight they have left in them. 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Plainsmen. Their first down of the first half. Man comes in motion. Quarterback Malone going to keep it up the gut for about 6.
Jackson Lynn there for the Bronx.
Susie Jackson back on the field. That'll end the first quarter. Bronx lead 27-0 on the range scoreboard. You're listening to Bronx football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Brand identity is an integral part of your company. It's how the public views your organization and relates to your business. The folks at Alpha Graphics are experts in helping you grow your brand through strategic and consistent marketing plans. Their goal is to help you get noticed and get business. Go to alphagraphicssheridan.com to request a quote today, or stop by their new location at 2266 North Main Street in Sheridan.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. We go to the second quarter. Bronx lead 27-0. Trevor Jackson, Shane Parker with you on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM, and also our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com. Total domination by the Bronx in the first quarter. Laramie has no answer, and now they're trying to put a drive together. They got a first down, and they're on the move again.
Yep. Good run on second down there. It's going to be second down at about 4.
So really, this is the first team. I mean, Cheyenne Central, I think, challenged the Bronx. Of course, they won it late. Last week, no challenge whatsoever from South. And we'll see if Laramie's got any fight left in him. It'll be second and about 4 for the Plainsmen from their own 36. Malone. Out of the gun, brings him out in motion. And it'll be the second guy through, and there's nothing there. Actually, a loss on the play.
Alex Haswell. Big Alex. First guy there on defense making the stop.
What, does he stick out or what?
Yeah.
Big old kid, isn't he?
6'4".
Big old kid. A loss on the play of a yard back to the 35. 3rd and 5 for the Plainsmen. It's called 3rd and 6. It's back inside the 35, about the 34-yard line, so 3rd and long. 3rd and 6 for the Plainsmen. Bronx lead 27-0, still first half. Malone The throw. Fumbles the ball. Bronx have it at the 29-yard line. Oh, boy. Now it's just ugly.
And Haswell.
Now it's ugly.
Yeah, Haswell gets the fumble recovery.
And that was the quarterback just dropped the football, I think, didn't he? Yes. I don't think it got batted out of his hands. I think he just dropped it. You know, the Bronx are just, look. You know, you're swimming in the ocean and you're bleeding and the sharks are circling you. I think that's the feeling Laramie has right now. It's like, oh,
well, they're going to have it first. They're going to have it 1st and 10.
The Laramie's 29-yard line. Here we go. Bronx lead 27-0. And Gilbertson brings the offense back out. Going to the backfield with it. Gilbertson to throw. Looking for the whole enchilada to Berrettini. It's going to be picked off at the 1-yard line. And it's going to be returnable or not. No, they're going to say touchback. It'll be Laramie ball at the 20. The ball underthrown by Gilbertson.
Not sure why they blew it dead there because they can return that out of the end zone.
Why wouldn't you be able to return it? That's what I was going to say. Why wouldn't you be able to return it? And I think the Laramie coaches are probably thinking, why don't you let our guy bring it out? You know, there's some discussion. Still going to be Laramie ball at the 20, right? The ball from Gilbertson, he was looking for Berrettini, underthrown. It was double coverage. Our official's going to tell us all about it, but it's still going to be Laramie ball at the 20. And a penalty on the Bronx anyway, holding. That'll be declined. It's going to go, ball go to Laramie. Again, the ball well underthrown and easily picked off.
Yep. He was looking for Berrettini.
Might have got a little greedy.
Yep. He was looking for Berrettini in the corner of the end zone and just underthrew it.
Well, he underthrew it by a little bit. So the Bronx give it up, and it'll be Laramie ball on their own 20. Well, that could have just put a stamp on this bad boy. Wrap it up in a red bow if they could have scored. Here come the Plainsmen now. 27-0 Bronx. Still got 11 minutes to go in the first half. Malone to throw. Empty backfield. Malone in trouble. He's going to be sacked. Ball comes out. Bronx have it. It's still loose. I think it's a Bronx touchdown. For the second week in a row? No, they're going to say it's at the 1.
It's at the 1-yard line.
Who got it?
Raider Tomlinson's who came up with it.
Is that a boy? Again, the ball came out as the quarterback was getting sacked. Bronx football on the Laramie 1.
So back-to-back turnovers.
So you think you're going to throw it here, Shane?
No.
Just asking as a friend? No.
Number 5 better touch the ball.
Yeah, number 5 better get it and just slam it in. Quit messing around. Let's go. So Laramie, the Bronx get a strip sack, if you want to call it that. I don't know. The quarterback got hit and gave it up. Raider Tomlinson fell on it. 1st and goal Bronx at the Laramie 1. And the give is going to go to Colson Kuhn, and he will smash it in.
He just runs right over the top of the linebacker.
So the Bronx now lead 33-0. And Colson Kuhn for the point after with 10:53 to go. I think after last week, with the ball on the ground and the penalties, Laramie's run into a buzzsaw.
Yep.
I think message sent by the coaches this week probably, and received by the players. How's your officiating been, by the way? Little guy football.
Yeah, it's going smooth so far. Yeah, little guy football.
Point up, point good. 34-0 Bronx, 10:53 to play first half. You're listening to Bronx football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
It's going to be a great year for Sheridan Bronx this year. Looking forward to a winning season. Hard to beat a team that's working together and with a winning spirit like the best team, EXP Realty. We strive to give you the best, whether it's buying or selling. And the Sheridan Bronx strive to give you the best high school football in the state of Wyoming. We are heading to a great season in high school football, and the Sheridan Bronx are the best in bringing you home the win. If you're looking to score a touchdown, call Jack and Kathleen Wood at Best Real Estate EXP Realty at 307-763-1249.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, wow. Quickly, the Bronx back in the end zone that fast. But like you said, trade turnover, slam it in, away you go. Wow. 34-0 Bronx. And I said to you during the break, little guy football going good?
Yeah, it's been, flawless so far, I guess. A couple weeks in, we got lightninged out on Thursday night.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it kind of got a little hairy last night, didn't it?
It did.
And Gilbertson will boot it away. Low line drive. Going to be picked up by Roberts. He'll bring it out 20, 25, piled up, and we'll bring it to near the 30 before he's dropped. Don't you love little guy football, though? I mean, it's the best, as far as if you're a football purist, it's the best way to watch football.
It's where it starts,
Yeah.
It's where
exactly
these former, the now Bronx,
That's
these guys
where
right
they
here,
were.
it's all where it starts. You try to teach the kids, all the fundamentals, how to line up, how to, not to false start.
How to be a teammate.
How to get down into a three-point stance.
Sure.
How to tackle without hitting people with the crown of your helmet.
Every guy that's on the field right now
Yeah.
in the blue uniform went through it.
Yep. Everybody.
I'm sure the Laramie kids did too.
Oh, for sure.
1st and 10 for the Plainsmen on their own 29. 34-0 Bronx. We got a long way to go second quarter. Malone, the quarterback, going to keep it and lose about 3.
Chance Larson.
Oh, my goodness.
Was there.
The quarterback just gets pounded.
The defensive linemen are just having their way with the old line for Laramie.
Right now in this first half, the offensive defensive line dominating line of scrimmage. Absolutely killing Laramie right now. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13 for the Plainsmen inside their own 30. Malone to throw. Going to be caught, but a minimal gain on the play. Not a whole lot there. Branch with the catch.
Now, his dad is the head wrestling coach at the University of Wyoming.
No, if your dad's the wrestling coach at Wyoming.
But he's what, 6'4"?
Yeah.
Branch goes 6'3", $175.
He's not a wrestler.
He's not a basketball player, football
He's a
player.
basketball, football player. Yeah. Yeah, if Mark Branch is your dad, you better be a tough son.
Yeah, you better be tough.
You better be. Because Mark Branch is an awesome guy. What a great dude. 3rd and, call it 5. 3rd and 5 for the Plainsmen at their own 34-yard line. Bronx lead 34-0. Malone to throw. Unloads it, tipped, and incomplete. I don't know who got a piece of it. Somebody knocked it down, and the Plainsmen will punt.
Man.
And Dane Steele and Matt Kentner are licking their chops. Now, actually, they're going to send Berrettini out there. Steele won't go out.
I think it was Peyton Jack who got his hand on it for the Bronx.
So Laramie will punt. Berrettini and Kentner back. They'll stand at their own 30, with the Bronx dominating right now, 34-0, with 9:10 to go in the first half. Low snap. Oh, and the punter's in trouble, and he's going to be dropped at the 31-yard line. Oh, my goodness. I just hate to pile on, but you got to be kidding me. It was a low snap. The punter hauled it in, fumbled it, and then gets buried at the 31. It's Bronx football at the Laramie 31. Now, this is tonight, the first half so far, Shane. We've only played, 15 minutes?
Yep.
This is Bronx football. The first 2 weeks, not Bronx football. This is Bronx football. Too many turnovers, ball on the ground, that kind of stuff the first couple of weeks, a lot of penalties. Tonight, it's been textbook.
Another 4A score coming into Rock Springs leads Campbell County 14-7 with 3.5 left in the first half.
I think that's a good battle.
That's a first
Campbell
half.
County's coming, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Mason Drew is a very good football player.
So Gilby ready to go. Brings a man in motion. Dane Steele into the backfield. Flags fly. And what do we have?
We've got a false start on the Bronx. We've got to.
So that'll cost the Bronx 5. And we'll change some personnel. And now we're going to see
Darren Davidson in the ball game for the Bronx. No, that's 34. Never mind. That's
Taryn Grooms.
Taryn Grooms in the backfield.
Kuhn comes out. Grooms back in. Groomsy, who I called his dad Groomsy, the fireman. I don't know if the fireman wants to be called Groomsy.
He was number
Played
5.
Really well last week. And the snap comes back. Gilbertson to throw. Screen pass. Gets it to Grooms. He gets hit and spins away. Gets loose down the sidelines and near a first down. That was, I don't know how many years ago. When did Larry Grooms play?
That must have been 95. That was the 95 championship game.
So 95.
The Ice Bowl was.
How many years ago is that?
That's a long time ago.
Do your math real quick, Shane. Come on.
It's 32 years ago? 32 years ago?
So I can call Taryn Groomsy, can't I? First and 10 Bronx.
It's not 32, 28 years
I'll call
ago.
him Groomsy then. Ball just inside the Laramie 20-yard line as Taryn Grooms gets the first down on the screen pass. And now Custis in the ball game right now at the running back spot. Also Kuhn in the backfield. I think Kuhn's going to take the snap here.
Yeah, 27 years ago.
Oh, my goodness. And the give is going to go up the middle. And breaking tackles, getting to the outside. It's a Bronx touchdown for Groomsy. Taryn Grooms with the touchdown. It's blowout city right now.
Well, they're looking for that 45-point cushion to make it a running clock. Mercy rule in the second half,
You know, it's amazing. First week, good win. Crazy win against Cheyenne Central. They had they got the late field goal and everything. Last week, it was 41-14. You're thinking, what's the big deal? Wasn't clean tonight. Squeaky clean. I don't think Taryn or Larry will mind if I call him Groomsy, will they?
Probably not. He's one heck of a wrestler, too.
Well, that was last week. He had and the extra point is up. It's good. 41-0 Bronx, 8:52 to play in the first half. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWY on 106.9 FM.
Do you love what you do? Well, I do. Hi, this is Jill Bates with Best Real Estate. I have the pleasure of working with many amazing people every day, assisting them with the next chapter, whether buying or selling. Real estate is not just looking at pretty homes. There are lots of hoops, steps, and challenges to overcome, and people to coordinate to achieve a successful closing. We don't expect you to know what to do. You don't do this every day like we do. Let me and my outstanding and caring team at Best Real Estate be your guide and make the start of your next chapter a success. Give us a call today, 675-BEST. As always, make it a great day.
Brokered by EXP.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Reliving the past. Larry Grooms, Taryn's dad, state champion wrestler, state champion Sheridan Bronx football quarterback in 95. Never forget that game because I froze my tail off in Laramie at 10 o'clock in the morning in an ice bowl.
It was the frozen tundra, wasn't it?
Laramie had beaten the Bronx 33-0 in the regular season. The Bronx beat them in the state championship game. It was incredible. And now the Bronx just pounding Laramie right now. Short end over end kick. And on the bounce is going to be Roberts. And he will cross the field at the 20, and he will be dropped at the 21. Boy, this is, I will say one thing. We talk about the Bronx and the system and the process and everything, Shane, about how the coaches and the players go through their business. I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, the players obviously had their ears open because this is a total wipeout tonight. This is completely different. I mean, even though the ball's been on the ground once, they've been really flawless all night. It's 41-0 with 8:47 to go in the first half.
They've taken advantage of every opportunity here in the first half.
Malone will take the snap.
A double reverse.
A double reverse goes for -2.
And Deed Kirshner sniffed it out and just dropped him in the backfield.
Think about this. If you're running little guy football or junior high football, you can run a double reverse and fool kids. In 4A football, you can't. You're not going to fool anybody.
Right.
You're going to get drilled. A loss of 2, 2nd and 12. And when you're down 41-0, I think the best thing to do is just run your base offense and get ready for your pizza tonight. I don't want to be mean about it. Ball back to the 20, 2nd and 12. Malone sends a man in motion far side. Malone to throw. Underneath, incomplete.
He was open. He just let him a little bit too much.
3rd and 12 for the Plainsmen.
Adrian Calderon, the receiver, the senior, was wide open.
I keep looking at the clock now. The sun has come out before sunset tonight. It's a beautiful evening right now. After we had the rain earlier, still rain around the area, but 8:03 to play in the first half, 41-0 Bronx. Wow. And this is a Laramie team that's a heck of a lot better than they were a year ago.
For sure.
When the Bronx just hammered them last year on the opening weekend of the season, 57-0. Malone back to throw. Malone in trouble, and he will go down hard. Ball's out, and who has it? And I think
it's going to be fourth
Laramie
down.
Got it back.
Raider Tomlinson was the first guy there to make the hit on the quarterback.
You know what I love about Rader? Kids like Rader. Last year, Rader was a backup.
Yep.
Rader now starts. Rader has taken that backup role from last year, the big leap forward, and that's Bronx football.
Well, he got to play a ton in the blowouts and stuff.
But that's how it kind of works.
Yeah,
isn't it?
He learned his job and he moved it forward to this year.
And now he's one of the men.
He's doing the job.
So 4th down for the Plainsmen. They'll kick it. This will be hit at about their own 5-yard line. Bronx looking for great field position. Low snap, kick away, and it's going to be returnable. Dane Steele from the 46. Dane at the 35, 30. Breaks a tackle at the 20, 15, run out of bounds near the, 13-yard line, 14-yard line?
I think right at the 15, it looks like.
And the Bronx ready to pounce again. 7:24 to go in the first half, and the Bronx ready to pound another one in. They lead 41-0. I think whatever the message was from the coaches, I can't wait to talk to Jeff Mowry, the head coach of the Bronx, after the game. But whatever the message was to the players this week, I think they heard it loud and clear.
Right.
1st and 10 Bronx. They're going to spot the ball at the 15-yard line of Laramie. Gilby in the backfield, and it is Custis back there with him as the running back. The Bronx are already rolling through guys in the first half. Gilby to Custis. Or actually, it's Grooms up the gut. And Groomsy to about the 5, but a flag coming down. I think we're going to get it holding is going to be the call against the Bronx. At about the 16-yard line.
Another score to report. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Kelly Walsh leading Cheyenne South 3-0.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
3-0.
What's up with Kelly? Ooh. So the Bronx will get a 10-yard penalty here. So that'll back the ball up to about the 26-yard line. So that'll bring up another first down for the Bronx from the 26. I'll just go back to work. 7:15 to go. Got a lot of time left. Grooms in the backfield with Gilbertson. It's good to get Tarrant a lot of snaps. He's a linebacker and a running back, and he'll get it again. Not much this time, to about the 25. Got a yard. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Well, now on 3rd and
it'll be just 2nd down. That was
oh, it's 2nd down.
Yep.
2nd and what? 15? No.
Yeah, 17. Yep.
Well, this is where you pull a rabbit out of your hat here. You're going to see something special. Dane Steele comes back on the field. And Custis now, the running back for the Bronx. 4 wides in the set. See if the Bronx open it up here on 2nd and long from the Laramie 25. Steele in motion. Gilbertson to throw. Looking, pumps once, going to go deep. Got a man wide open. Touchdown, Bronx! Dane Steele makes the catch. It's blowout city right now with 6:19 to go in the half.
I love the design of that play. They send him in motion. He comes back across the motion. Just rubs off the outside defender and is wide open in the corner of the end zone.
And Gilby laid it right in there. I mean, what's so fun is when you watch the quarterback pump it once and then let it go, and you look at the wide receiver when the ball's in the air, and he's made the separation. How good was Josh Allen last night?
Woo. Scored over 31 points for me in my fantasy team. I do know that.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah.
And Kuhn for the point after. Kick is up. Kick is good. With 6:19 to play in the first half. Sheridan 47. Laramie nothing. You're listening to Bronx football on KWY, or 48, on the range scoreboard at Sheridan 48. Laramie nothing. You're listening to Bronx football on KWY on 106.9
Bomber Mountain
FM.
Nutrition is now under new ownership and has a delicious and nutritious line of products, including shakes, smoothies, energy drinks, Manchester Street coffees, protein packed drinks, plus pre and post workout drinks. You can also turn any smoothie or shake into a protein packed bowl or waffle. Open 7 to 6 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 4. Look for updates on Facebook and Instagram and order delivery on DoorDash. Or come in at 41 East 1st Street. Bomber Mountain Nutrition, because life has its ups and downs, and they're called squats.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, Shane Parker again joining us on the broadcast tonight. 48-0. I mean, there have been
over 6 minutes to go in the half,
and we got a lot of weight. I mean, this is a Laramie team. A year ago, the Bronx beat 59 or whatever it was to nothing, and they are pounding them tonight. Roberts will get the kick, 20-25, down to 30. But again, I think the Bronx football team as a whole took the message from the coaches this week to heart, and they have been really good tonight. The ball's been on the ground once,
but
it wasn't a turnover or anything. But other than that, it's been flawed. I mean, if you score 48 and you got 6 minutes to go in the half, are you kidding me?
That's
unbelievable.
That's a butt whooping.
Oh no, yeah, that's getting out the whooping stick and going to work. 1st and 10, Laramie on their own 30. Bronx lead 48-0. And again, we have the mercy rule, by the way. We'll get to that in the second half because we're going to get there. Malone will empty the backfield. 5 wides in the set. Bring him out in motion. Run the jet sweep and a couple of yards.
Colin Custis, the first Bronc there on defense.
On the carry was Calderon. And again, what's nice about a night like this, we saw it last week, Shane, you start rolling guys through, and we talk about building depth. And later in the season, we get into week 6, 7, 8, 9. You can get guys off the field that have to play both ways.
For sure.
That's a big thing. 2nd and 8. Malone to throw. Got Calderon. Makes the catch. And he's out the gate. Across midfield and going to be dropped in Bronx territory at about the Bronx 47-yard line.
Little wide receiver screen there.
Calderon, good athlete. You can just see him right there. Very good athlete. Made the move. We're going to spot him at the Bronx 46. And you can see right there what kind of an athlete Calderon is in the open field. But again, they've rolled a bunch of guys through, a lot of subs in the ballgame right now. It might be all 11. I think all 11 defenders are out. Starting defenders are out.
Chance Morris is out there, a sophomore.
A lot of sophomores out there right now, I think, Shane. A lot of clean jerseys, as they say. 1st and 10 for Laramie. Going to give it, and there's not a whole lot there, and they're going to lose some yardage. There was nothing there. Porter Trabing on the carry, and he was bottled up, and he'll be dropped for about a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 coming. But you know what's great about these kind of games? And I said this last week. You practice all week. If you get a chance to play, let them play, right?
Yeah, for
They've
sure.
been there all week, sweating with everybody else on Wednesday when it was 104, even though it was, 60 today. So 2nd and 13 for the Plainsmen at the Sheridan 49. Malone again, empty backfield. Bring him out in motion, jet sweep again. Not a whole lot there, but a gain of about, 5, 6 on the play. And they'll bring up 3rd and about 7 for the Plainsmen at the Sheridan 43. And again, if you're the Plainsmen right now, you're looking at 2-down territory now, aren't you?
Oh, I think you have to, don't you?
It's 48-0, right?
Yeah.
So you're over the hill tomorrow?
Yeah, headed to Cody tomorrow for some volleyball. And
gonna come home or stay?
No, we're going to Billings to the Dirks Bentley concert tomorrow night.
Nice, so. Good for you.
Yeah,
fist bump.
Headed for Billings after the volleyball match.
Very good.
It's rescheduled from February, so it's been waiting a long time, I guess.
3rd down and 7 at the Bronx 43. Empty backfield. Malone to throw. Malone in trouble. Malone still in trouble. Gets out of it, chucks it up. It's going to be caught. Short of a first down, though. You talk about a miracle throw right there. Malone is lucky he did not have his head taken off.
4th and about 2.
You got to go. They're going to go for it. Malone got hit once, got out of it, got hit again, and just threw it up for grabs, and it was caught.
Timeout, Laramie.
So Laramie will call a timeout. We'll get one as well. 2:41 to go in the half. It'll be 4th and 2 for Laramie when we come back. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9
Prime Rib
FM.
Brunch at the Ramada Plaza by Wyndham is in Sheridan every Sunday from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. In addition to succulent, grade A choice prime rib, you'll enjoy plenty of breakfast entrees, brunch side dishes, and desserts. Adults are $26, seniors $20, kids 6 to 11 are $15, and kids 5 and under are free. No reservations necessary. Just show up every Sunday for the Prime Rib Brunch from 9 till 2 at the Ramada Plaza in Sheridan.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, Laramie gets the timeout, and Shane again. I still can't believe I'm looking at the scoreboard. It's like 48-0. It's like, really? Well, the Plainsmen, they got to go for it right here.
Right.
And I don't think there's any doubt about it. If you don't get it, so what? You're getting rocked. You're not going to win this ball game.
You got another score coming in. Tongue River leading Glen Rock 15-0 at halftime.
Hey, the Eagles, they got something working right now. Quick toss. It's going to be a halfback pass. Ball up for grabs. Caught. First down, Laramie inside the 15-yard line.
Incomplete.
No, it's going to be incomplete. Bronx will take over.
It hit the ground.
They flipped. It was a great play. Good call.
Yep.
And it was Kyler Roberts who threw it. It wasn't the most beautiful thing you'd ever see.
It was meant for Branch. He had it.
I thought he caught it for sure.
Yeah, it looked like it went right through the wickets and hit the turf.
That thing was like a feather coming down. It wasn't thrown very hard. 2.5 to go in the first half. The Bronx lead 48-0. And the backups are in. Darren Davidson will take the snap here. Custis in the backfield along with Grooms. First and 10 Bronx at their own 43. Why not punch another one in? Might as well. And give it to Custis up the gut and maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard. That'll be it. The Bronx go to Rock Springs next week. Come back to Thunder. Now they run the gauntlet. After this week, they run the gauntlet.
Yep.
Now you're running the gauntlet through the rest of the 4A. 2nd and 9. Gain to the 39-yard line. They bring the heat. Busted play in the backfield. Grooms trying to get out of there, and he's going to be dropped for a big loss on the play. Loses about 5. Busted play. Timing was all thrown off, and the defense got to Grooms. He tried to get out of it, but the Bronx lose 5. 3rd and 15 coming for the Bronx, back inside their own 35.
Well, we've heard that Davidson has a cannon.
You still got to be accurate.
Yep.
And you got to give him time to throw. Good-looking prospect, good-looking athlete. 3rd and long for the Bronx. And the give is going to go to Phillip on the right side. And there's nothing there. And the Bronx will punt it away. I don't like to see him going backwards like that. These guys, I don't want to pick on the younger guys. Got to be better than that. You want to go backwards 6 yards. And Colson Kuhn will punt it away.
Well, they're going to get plenty of reps here in the second half.
Oh, they're going to get tons of it because we've got under a minute to play in the first half. Get tons and tons of reps in the second half as Colson Kuhn gets ready to punt the ball away. Again, time running down in the half. And Colson, rugby-style kick, boomer. It's going to be not returnable.
Oh, my
Big
goodness.
Roll inside the Laramie 20-yard line down at the 13-yard line. And if I'm Laramie, I take a knee and just, you know what, lick your wounds and go into
get into
the locker room. It's 48-0 Bronx with 17 seconds to play in the half. What do you think about Josh Allen last night?
He looked pretty good, didn't he? First interception was not his fault.
And the second one,
he tried to thread the needle.
Yeah.
Could
have, should have, would have been caught. But other than that, the dude is slinging it everywhere.
Well, I like how
I mean, he's our guy.
Jalen Ramsey called him trash.
Yeah, and yeah.
Josh had a perfect passer rating against him last night.
Yeah. Malone to throw. Chuck and duck deep, incomplete. Looking for Calderon at midfield.
Boy, that
was close.
Was almost completed. He got his hands on it.
Dang near made a hell of a play. Good on number 4. Calderon dang near laid out and got it. Well, it's 48-0. Throw caution to the wind, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you can't really repair the damage. Laramie, again, will receive the second half kick, but I think that's doesn't really matter now. Again, it's the 45-point rule, right? 45?
Yep, 45, yep.
So we'll have a running clock in the second half.
The entire second half.
Unless the Plainsmen get a touchdown here in the last 11 seconds. Malone, chuck and duck again underneath. Will get a man. It's Calderon with the catch, and he'll be dropped at about the 21-yard line, and clock will run. That's it. End of the first half. Coming up at halftime, James Timberlake will be joining us, and he'll take you through the halftime, but it's been all Bronx. It has been a beatdown deluxe. In the first half, the Bronx score 3 touchdowns in the first, 3 touchdowns in the second, 48-0 Bronx at halftime on the Range scoreboard. You listen to Bronx football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
Wyoming corporate office is located at 30 North Gould Street in Sheridan, and they provide a myriad of services. What is a registered agent, you may ask? The real question is, what aren't they? Wyoming corporate office can assist you in forming your LLC or Wyoming-based corporation, provide mail forwarding service, and accept legal and financial documents, and so much more. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
There's a lot of hype about mortgage interest rates right now, but like sports, we can be working on your preseason mortgage game. This is Autumn Showtime Morris with Homestar. If you want the best rate when you're ready for a home loan, let's make sure everything you need is in place to get that win. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Cornell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
At Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming, they are proud to welcome fellowship-trained sports medicine surgeon Dr. Daniel Lichty to their world-class team. Whether you're an athlete or wanting to continue your active lifestyle, Dr. Lichty proudly offers a full spectrum of bone, joint, and muscle care to help you stay strong. Visit BHOSC.com to learn more. Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming, specializing in what moves you, now open in Sheridan.
The Wyoming Way. Living in the 307 is close to heaven, and the home we love is made all the better when we take care of our neighbors. When you bank with the Bank of Sheridan, your money stays here, working in our community as hard as you do. We offer great rates and service, and all loan decisions are made locally. You work hard out there. Let us do the same for you. Stop by today and experience the local difference. It's the Wyoming Way. BuffaloFed.Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's time for the Homestar Halftime Show. We'll be back with a wrap of the first half right after this word from Homestar, your easiest way home.
Are you looking to ease a financial burden, secure college funding, make home improvements, consolidate debt? Hi, this is Matt with Homestar. These are all things we can help you with. Don't let national news stop you from exploring options to solve your problems and ease your mind. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Grinnell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And good evening, football fans, and welcome to the Bronx Halftime Report presented by Homestar. I am your host, James Timberlake. The Sheridan Bronx came into this matchup tonight with Laramie actually leading the overall series 43-41. However, the Bronx have won 17 straight matchups, outscoring the Plainsmen 681-115 in that process. The Bronx are looking to extend that streak, and right now it looks like they are well on their way to make it 18 in a row, leading the Plainsmen 2-0 at the half. Coming up here in the Bronx Halftime Report presented by Homestar, we will take a look at some of the other action coming up this weekend in the local sports. And then after that, we will take a look at some of the Broncos that are coming, the Broncos game that's coming up on Monday, and then the Cowboys game that's coming up on Saturday. They're playing Northern Colorado, and the Broncos are playing the Seahawks on Monday Night Football. But first, let's take a look at some of the other football scores from across the state. Right now, probably the game of the week. All these games are right now in the second quarter, approaching halftime. They all started at about 6 o'clock, and right now, probably the game of the week. Number 1, Cheyenne East is on the road at Thunder Basin. Number 3 ranked Thunder Basin, and Cheyenne East is leading that one 17-7. Like I said, in the second quarter of that one. Number 4, Natrona County on the road taking on Cheyenne Central, and that was tied right now. Number 4, Natrona County 7-7 with Central. Number 5, Rock Springs on the road taking on Campbell County, and Rock Springs and Campbell County are tied in that one as well, 14-14, approaching halftime as well. And then the final score that we got here in the 4A, Kelly Walsh is leading Cheyenne South at home at 10-0, approaching halftime in that one as well. Locally in 2A, we have a couple games going on as well. We don't have any scores for them right now, unfortunately, but Shane Parker will be able to keep you updated as we go along. Number 4, Tongue River is at home taking on Glen Rock, and they're approaching the approaching halftime in that one as well. And then Bighorn at Upton Sundance, and that one just kicked off a couple minutes ago at 7 o'clock. So that is a look at the scores from across the 4A and locally in 2A coming up this weekend. And some local sports action. The Sheridan Bronx and Lady Bronx tennis teams will conclude their regular season at home on Saturday when they host Campbell County and Thunder Basin, with first serves expected to begin at 9 a.m. The Bronx and Lady Bronx golfers are here in Sheridan this weekend hosting the 4A East Regional Qualifiers through tomorrow at Kendrick Golf Course. The Sheridan Bronx and Lady Bronx Cross Country runners will be in Montana tomorrow competing in the Bozeman Cross Country Invite at the Bridger Creek Golf Course in Bozeman. Races are set to get underway at about 3 p.m. in that one. The Lady Bronx swimmers and divers are in for a busy weekend. They were in Laramie today competing in the 4A duels, and then they will head over to Cheyenne tomorrow to compete in the Cheyenne Invitational at Cheyenne East, with first events set to start at about 8 a.m. And finally, the Sheridan Lady Bronx volleyball team will be playing in their home opener tomorrow against Natrona County, with first serve in the varsity match set for 5 p.m. That's the schedule for the local sports this weekend around the Sheridan area. We will take a quick break and come back with a look at the upcoming weekend of football for the Pokes and the Broncos. You're listening to the Bronx Halftime Report presented by Homestar. And the Bronx are leading 48-0 here at the half. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bronx Halftime Report. Sorry about that. Ran into a bit of a technical difficulty there. Presented by Homestar. The Wyoming Cowboys are coming off a dramatic 40-37 double overtime victory over Tulsa this past weekend, beating the Golden Hurricane with a game-winning John Hoyland 30-yard field goal. It was a back-and-forth game with the Pokes leading by as many as 7 in the game, then coming back from a 10-point fourth-quarter deficit to complete the comeback. It was a completely different and unexpected offensive performance from the Pokes following that disaster of an effort against Illinois. Poke quarterback Andrew Peasley, who threw for just 30 yards against Illinois in Week 1, looked infinitely more comfortable, going 20 for 30 for 256 yards and 2 touchdowns, while also getting 45 yards on the ground. While the offense was good, the defense is looking like a possible weak point for the Pokes, I would say, even after what feels like years of consistency from that side of the ball. ever since Coach Bull got in there. Tulsa QB Davis Brin, he had a monstrous game this past weekend performance for the Golden Hurricane in the loss, going 30 for 52 for 460 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tulsa also had 3 guys go for 100-plus yards receiving and a touchdown each, with Kalen Stokes having 11 receptions for 169 yards and a touchdown. Malachi Jones grabbing 6 receptions for 103 yards and a touchdown, and Juan Carlos Santana hauling in 7 receptions for 102 yards and a touchdown as well. The saving grace for the Cowboys were a couple of key forced turnovers in that game, one that started the game and ended up being a touchdown for the Pokes, a little scoop and score on the return, and then a forced fumble with 1:20 left in the fourth quarter to keep the game tied and sent it into overtime. After 2 difficult games for the Pokes, they should be coming into their most favorable matchup so far on Saturday. Northern Colorado is an FCS school from the Big Sky Conference, and it should be a matchup that the Cowboys should control handily, with the Bears having dropped their first game of the season against Houston Baptist last weekend and have lost 4 in a row dating back to even last season. But the Pokes have struggled against FCS opponents before, just last season, sneaking away with a victory over another Big Sky foe in Montana State, beating the Bobcats 19-16. And FCS schools have slayed bigger and better schools before. Everybody remembers Michigan in 2007. As of this afternoon, though, the Pokes are heading into this matchup as 22.5-point favorites, but we will see if the Pokes can avoid the famed rat poison and just get the job done when they take on the Northern Colorado Bears tomorrow. And you'll be able to listen to all the action live over on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO, with pregame scheduled for 12:30 p.m. and kickoff scheduled for 2 p.m. The Denver Broncos will open their regular season on Monday as one half of the first rendition of Monday Night Football this season. They'll be hitting the road to take on the Seattle Seahawks. I don't think I'll be breaking any news to anybody when I say this. The Seattle Seahawks are not going to be very good this year. They'll arguably be the worst team in the NFL. It's a primetime Monday Night Football game solely based on the merits of the Russell Wilson revenge game, which, don't get me wrong, should still be very fun to watch. The Broncos will enter more or less of a new era, with first-time head coach Nathaniel Hackett making his regular season debut. Wilson signed a 5-year contract extension with the Broncos to be their quarterback for the next 5 years, which will keep him with Denver through 2028. So this will hopefully be the first of many starts for him with the Broncos. Seattle still at the very least has some playmakers, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They have 2 receivers who had 70-plus receptions and 900-plus yards last year. DK Metcalf is the lead guy. He is coming off somewhat of a down season, grabbing 75 receptions for 967 yards and 12 touchdowns. A very bad down season. I'm being sarcastic. Tyler Lockett is still terrorizing offenses as well out wide. Last year was more of the same, hauling in 73 receptions for 1,175 yards and 8 touchdowns. On the defensive side, it's a little more barren. Jamal Adams is probably the most notable defensive player for Seattle. He didn't have the best year for Seattle, though, but he's only a year removed from his 3rd straight Pro Bowl and just still 26 years old. He's going to be 27 in October. But the Broncos, no doubt double the number of talent in terms of the depth chart that the Seahawks have, and they should walk away 1-0 after this matchup. We will see if the Broncos can get their first win in the Nathaniel Hackett, Russell Wilson era when they take on the Seattle Seahawks Monday night, and we will have that game live for you over on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO, with pregame starting at 4 p.m. and kickoff scheduled for 6:15. Looks like they're getting ready to start the second half, so we are going to send it back out to Trevor Jackson at Homer Scott Field. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I've been your host, James Timberlake, and you have been listening to the Bronx Halftime Report, presented by Homestar.
There's a lot of hype about mortgage interest rates right now, but like sports, we can be working on your preseason mortgage game. This is Autumn Showtime Morris with Homestar. If you want the best rate when you're ready for a home loan, let's make sure everything you need is in place to get that win. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Grinnell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
Chris Hayden with Hammer Chevrolet, the official first day of fall, September 22nd. That means hunting, travel time with the kids. Make sure your vehicle's tires are in good shape.
Bob, bring your vehicle in and we'll help you select the right tires from a host of top tire brands. All our tires come with our price matching guarantee. Provide us with a better price at the time of purchase, we'll match it. If you find a better price within 30 days of purchase, we'll refund the difference. That's how confident we are. You can't beat our tire prices.
Call or go online, hammerchevy.com to schedule your appointment, 107 East Alger.
Farmers Co-op, home of the 99-cent soda, is also one of the best places in town to grab that morning coffee and a few snacks to go. Or stop in for a quick lunch. Farmers Co-op has tasty deli soups and delicious Ligurski hot dogs and sausages. My favorite is the Polish with a little mustard and sauerkraut. Tie one of those together with a soda and some chips and life is good. Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffee Avenue in Sheridan.
Are you ready for a new career? Your locally owned McDonald's in Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette is in search of crew members and shift managers. Owner, Larry Storo.
Bob, one of the many benefits of working for McDonald's is our tuition assistance programs. You can earn a college degree through Colorado Technical University with 100% of your tuition covered. Or you can earn up to $3,000 in tuition assistance for Sheridan College or the University of Wyoming. Come in and we'll explain all the details.
If you need your high school diploma, McDonald's will assist with that as well. Join the McDonald's team today. McDonald's, working to brighten your future.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT with EBIA Hearing and Sound. Hearing well is living well, and we're here to help.
Not only are we able to provide premier hearing aid technology with Bluetooth and AI, but we can address the environment in which you are hearing.
Our sound consultation services tailor solutions to fit your needs. Whether at work, at church, or at home, if you're struggling to hear, we can help.
Call EBIA Hearing and Sound today, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
That's good to hear from Senator Kinski, right, Shane?
It's always good, isn't it?
He's a good dude. And welcome back, everybody, as we get ready for the second half. Thank you so much to James Timberlake for our halftime show. And, again, we get ready to roll here in the second half. Running clock, by the way, 48-0 Bronx as we go to the third quarter. And, again, there's a few things I think that the Wyoming High School Activity Association did years ago. Mercy Rule in football and basketball, I think, was a good thing to do.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Don't you? I mean, you've officiated for years.
Yep.
You're a track and field starter, cross-country starter, football referee. I think, I don't know if you want to call it the Mercy Rule or whatever you want to call it.
It is the Mercy Rule, yeah.
I mean, let's call it that. But what's the point of getting buried 60, 84 to nothing type of thing? Get the running clock. Let's get it rolling, right?
Yeah, just
first half.
And just go play football.
First half, Bronx ball on the ground one time. Didn't hurt them. Other than that, 48-0. You can't really say much about that. 6 touchdowns, Shane, in the first half.
Just everything was pretty much working in that first half. You know, they've got to just now build on what they did in the first half. Let the subs come in and play the second half, get some reps, learn what they've got going on, and then go back to work next week and put it on. Your real season starts next week. You've played probably the two worst teams. Maybe Kelly Walsh is probably in there as well. I mean, they're not one of the better teams as well, but you've played Central, who's going to win some ball games.
Yep.
But then South and Laramie, probably the worst two teams in 4A. So you haven't played a whole lot yet. So you might as well get this learning experience, get the offense and defense schemes down.
Because next week it's Roxbury.
Next week
on the road.
On the road.
Then it's Thunder at home, and you run the gauntlet now. You know, you got East out there that's just like, it'll be interesting to see how East and Thunder are tonight. But those two teams are out there. Natrona's, and I don't care if Natrona got beat by East last week, they turned it over a ton.
Yeah, they sure did.
Natrona's Natrona. Steve Harshman still coaches in Natrona County, and they are a juggernaut. So there are lots of good teams out there for the Bronx. Now, look at the rest of this game. I'm imagining it'll be interesting to see what Jeff Mowry and the offensive coaches do here if the first-team offense will see the field.
Right, I doubt it.
Maybe one series.
Campbell County leading Rock Springs at halftime 17-14.
You know what? Eventually, Shane, they were going to come around, weren't they?
Yeah.
Eventually, Campbell County was going to come back to us. I mean, after the school split, they were absolutely garbage.
East leading Thunder Basin 24-14.
Oh, that's a good ball game. So Thunder's pretty decent, and here's the second half kickoff. Low line driver. It's going to be fielded and going to be picked up by Roberts at the 20 to about the 26, 27-yard line.
It looks like a bunch of young kids coming out on the field.
Tongue River leading.
Yep, leading
their game with Glen Rock.
15-0.
And Bighorn again kicked off at 7.
Yeah, we'll try.
So that game just underway.
We'll try to get a score from that game.
So the Plainsmen will come out. Again, running clock. Rest of the ball game. I don't, the thing about this, Shane, I didn't see this coming. Running clock stuff. Tonight, especially. After, talking with Jeff Mowry in the pregame show, it's like this team got better, and they have.
Yeah.
I mean, last year the Bronx beat them 57-0. They're better, but the Bronx just kind of overwhelming them. Direct snap to Roberts, and he'll lose a couple. The wide receiver / running back gets the direct snap, and he gets hammered.
John Henry Justice. Big John Henry.
John Henry, you know what? Is that a great name for a football player? John Henry Justice?
Yeah. You'll
if
see
you were a sheriff, if your name was John Henry Justice and you're a sheriff, like Sheridan County, he needs to get in law enforcement.
Should we just call him the sheriff?
That's his new nickname.
That's his new nickname?
He's the sheriff.
He will be on the wrestling mat for the Bronx this year, too.
When that kid grows up, he needs to become the sheriff of Sheridan County. John Henry Justice, I love that. Second and long, direct snap to Roberts again, running left, and gets a little bit out across the 30 to about the 33. But again, running clock, second half, 48-0 Bronx.
I think Will Brooks was in on the tackle that time.
How about
Quentin Brooks, younger
last
brother.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Wyoming.
Well, how about Will Pellissier?
Will Pellissier
and Parker
Christensen.
The Sheridan
County guys.
Yeah.
Did they have a day or what? The Cowboys had a day.
The Cowboys had a day.
But those two, wasn't that great?
My son.
I just think it's awesome to see Will. Will gets a touchdown.
He played with Will at Bighorn High School, of course, and just is great. Everybody,
I love the comments from
they ran the Bighorn package
from the Wyoming quarterback. What's his name?
Peasley.
He said Will Pellissier is like everybody loves the kid.
Yep.
In the locker room before the game, we're going to run this package for you.
And you're going
to get a touchdown, and they got one. And they ran the post, and he got it. I think it's so cool to see our Sheridan. Hey, we all love the Cowboys, but when you get a Sheridan County flavor like that, oh man! I know that Parker was featured on the Wyoming Coaches Show this last week with Reese Monaco. That was so cool. It's so cool when we see our guys get there.
Well, and it wasn't just the two Sheridan County kids. George Bertinoli from Natrona County forced that first fumble that was then picked up of the scoop and score.
And I won't hold it against him. He's from Natrona County.
Hey, he's a Wyoming kid playing at Wyoming.
He's a Wyoming kid. I know. I shouldn't be that way. But it's so neat to have our local Wyoming kids making, not just, suiting up, but actually making a difference. 4th and a yard for Laramie. They'll go for it at their own 42. I'm almost rooting for them. Bronx packed the box straight ahead, and it will be a first down as they push the pile forward near the 44-yard line. But, I will say this about the last coach we've had. Joe Glenn was one of them. I don't want to talk about Dave Christensen and all because he was a jerk. But Craig Bull giving our Wyoming players a shot. Yeah. Legitimate shot, Shane. Not just, come
not
down.
Not just token players on
exactly.
The sideline.
Give them a shot.
Well, yeah.
And here's Will and Parker.
Frank Crum from Laramie High School.
Frank Crum from Laramie
he's
starting
tackle. Blaine Baker started for a couple of years down there at Wyoming. He's now graduated and moved on. But
and we got to pass out the gate. Calderon on the run, and Calderon's going to take it in for a touchdown. They hit the big one, a quick hitter, and Calderon gets the catch for the touchdown. And that's going to go for 56 yards for Laramie.
The clock will still continue to run, even though it's going to be under the 45.
The only time it stops is what? Timeouts and injuries?
Timeouts, injuries, penalties, and scores.
Okay. So Laramie gets on the board. But again, running clock, 48-6 your score. And Laramie will... Are they going to go for 2? They're going to go for 2. So Laramie will go for 2. Malone rolling right. Malone under pressure, just throws it up for grabs, incomplete. 48-6 Bronx, 8:05 to go, third quarter. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Have you been to the showroom at Thompson Master Masons? If you're thinking about doing a masonry project, you need to stop by and check it out. Thompson's located on the corner of Broadway and 11th in Sheridan with a showroom full of brick and stone samples. They offer both man-made and natural stone. As a matter of fact, Thompson Master Masons has the widest selection of stone, block, and brick in town. Wholesale or retail, contact Thompson Master Masons.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Next week, Bronx on the road at Rock Springs, and Shane, we know how it's hard to get on the bus at 8 o'clock in the morning and drive all the way across the state. The Bronx, for all the years they've been playing at Rock Springs, all the state championship teams we've had have never really played well at Rock Springs, even though they have never lost down there.
Well, Rock Springs isn't. I mean, they're not quite as good as last year's state, championship game team, state runner-up team, but they're still a pretty good football team.
Yeah, they're still pretty dang good. And the kickoff will be short, bouncing around. Going to be picked up and covered at the 20. And the Bronx will take over on their own 20-yard line. And as I mentioned, we're going to see the starters here in the second half. We will not see them in the second half. Darren Davidson will be our quarterback, and Grooms and Custis in the backfield with him. You know what? What do you have to gain? 48-0 running clock. Why put those guys back out there? Right?
Yeah, there's nothing to gain.
Yeah, nothing to gain from it. You just risk injury. The only time we'll see any starters out there is going to be special teams, or last week when they went into victory formation. So Davidson out of the gun. And the give is going to go to Grooms. Dances up the middle, and he'll pick up about, 4 or 5?
Yeah, they're going to put him out to about the 25-yard line.
Last week he had a hit. It was a thing of beauty. He's a great wrestler. Dad's a great wrestler, football player. Taryn, double leg takedown, smoked the guy. It was awesome to see. Double leg. The problem in football is, though, there's more of a collision than there would be in wrestling, but it was awesome to see. And Davidson ready to go again. Gain of 6 on that last play. 3rd and 4. And give it to him again. And big yardage into the clear. Grooms at the 40 and down at the 43-yard line. He just,
Good blocking up front by the offensive line to spring him on the outside.
I was talking to Jeff Mowry this week. We were doing the pregame show. I said, he showed it last week a little bit. He's pretty quick.
Yeah, yep.
And he's got a little confidence now. I think Taryn's the heir apparent, obviously. Tough kid.
Well, and Naida Geary, who's out for the year.
I know, that's the that's the one guy they miss.
Yeah, yep.
1st and 10 Bronx at their own 42. Davidson, give it to Grooms again, running to the left side this time. We'll have another first down to the...
Actually, that's Kelton Crow, number 24.
Oh, it was Kelton Crow. It was.
We've got a flag down, though.
And a holding call back at the 43. So Crow got it to the... He had a few carries last week, as he took it to the Laramie 45, but is coming back. That'll cost the Bronx about 10. Flag thrown right at the line of scrimmage. So 1st and 20 coming for the Bronx, as they'll spot the ball back inside the 30-yard line. Well, actually, they'll spot it back inside, the 35-yard line. So back to the 33. So 6:26 to go, third quarter, again running clock here in the second half. 48-6 Bronx lead. And Davidson ready to go again. And it's going to be Davidson keeping it this time to about the 40.
Good read. Great read by Davidson.
I think that it was nice to see that run because last week he's a much better athlete than we saw last week. They kept it pretty vanilla last week. He's a really good basketball player.
Yep.
Going to look forward to that this year.
Really good track athlete.
Good track athlete. Good all-around athlete.
Long triple and high jumper.
I think he's a better athlete than his dad, actually. I don't want to. You think his dad's listening right now?
He might be here.
I don't know if I want to call him a big old stiff, but Darren, I think, is a little better athlete.
He was a pretty good coach.
Oh, really good coach. Good dude.
Really
good coach. But I think Junior might be a little bit better athlete. And he showed it right there. Bring him out in motion to the backfield on second, and a flag flies. Delay of game, Bronx. It'll cost him 5.
Ryan Metcalf in the ball game for the Bronx. He was the guy in motion.
Why did they stop in the clock?
Penalties. You stop it on penalties.
So it'll cost the Bronx 5. So they'll back it up to the 35-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 17 for the Bronx.
So you watched the game last night. Did you see the halftime? Did you see 73-year-old Ozzy Osbourne performing at halftime?
Dude, I love Ozzy.
I knew you did. That's why I brought it up.
I love
73
Ozzy.
years old.
My only thing that I'll take to my grave, I never saw him live. Davidson to throw. In trouble, and he will be sacked back at the 25. Yeah. That's the only thing. I was talking to Aaron Butler from the Wild Theater last week. They said one of my only regrets is I never saw Ozzy live.
You might still have a chance.
Well, if he'd come to Sheridan, he'd have him the Bronx halftime show. Do Crazy Train. So 3rd and a mile now for the Bronx. Back at their own 25. So what? 3rd and 27?
23 maybe?
Davidson on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Dump it underneath. Screen pass. Get it to Custis. 35. And going to be knocked out of bounds near the 37-yard line. And the Bronx will boot it away. Punting unit will come on. 4 minutes to play. Third quarter. 48-6 Bronx lead. Again, we've had the running clock the entire second half. I can't believe we actually got Ozzy Osbourne on the broadcast.
Hey. I was just 73 years old and he was still performing at halftime of an NFL game last night.
The dude can still bring it. You know what? Still bring it. You know, if you like him or not, doesn't matter. He's 73 years old. The man can still bring it. And here's the kick, and it is going to be straight up in the air. It's going to be an ugly punt. And it's going to be returned by Laramie for about a 3-yard return on the Bronx side of the field. Laramie will have it 1st and 10 on the Bronx 44. That was not the punt team. That was the JV punt team out there. And it kind of looked like it. That was ugly. So 1st and 10 Laramie on the Sheridan 44. But again, Bronx lead 48-6, running clock for the rest of the ball game.
Kelly Walsh leading South 10-0.
Oh.
At the half.
Oh.
And it says the Kelly Walsh offense is on fire tonight.
On fire?
But they have 10 points at halftime.
And they're on fire? Really?
Well, maybe compared to the first 2 weeks.
Well, you might want to start resuscitation then if they're on fire. Malone to throw. Malone under pressure.
Oh, that was
Malone flushed out. Throws, and it's going to be caught, I think, incomplete. Knocked away.
There was a big old hold.
A huge hold.
Will Brooks got held big time.
Did we get a penalty flag down or not?
No, there was no hold, no penalty.
You know, maybe the referee's like, you know what? If I throw this flag, Shane, we're going to stop the clock. If I don't throw the flag, we'll keep it running. That's what I'm thinking. Game management by a referee tonight. 2nd and 10 for the Plainsmen. From the Sheridan 44, Bronx way in front. This was over early. They go to jet sweep, and there's, oh my goodness, loss of a yard. Who got the carry? Just got pummeled. Oh my goodness, great play at the line of scrimmage.
Max Alexander, the ball carrier.
He got drilled.
John Henry Justice and Will Brooks on the tackle.
They pounded him. 3rd and 11. Malone to throw again. Unloads it over the middle, and it's picked inside the 30-yard line. Who got it?
That's Carson Chase.
That was a great pick.
A sophomore, Carson Chase.
He went up. That's a one-hander right there. He kind of tipped it to himself and made the pick. And, boy, is he celebrating on the sidelines? He's going bananas.
Hey, he's a sophomore, man.
Go for it, dude. Have a good time with it. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Everybody on the sidelines jumping around. Picked by, that was a great pick. Wow. Athletic move. 1st and 10 Bronx on the pick by Chase. Sheridan has it on their own 27. Davidson back in there at the quarterback spot. Give to Crow. Running right and loses a yard. Approaching a minute to play in the third quarter. Again, the Bronx up big on the range scoreboard, 48-6. Again, the Bronx led 48-0 at halftime. Have not scored in the second half, but again, all the starters on the bench here in the second half. They just take their helmets off and watch. 2nd and 12 now for the Bronx. And not much there. Give it to Custis. Back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be at 3rd and long. Maybe one more play, and then we'll get to the fourth quarter. So 3rd and long. Crow in the ball game at the running back spot. Custis will come out. Davidson, your quarterback. 4 wides in the set on 3rd and 12 for the Bronx, just outside their own 25. Here in the third quarter. Last play of the quarter. Davidson option. Pitch to Crow. Decent gain. And he'll cross the 35 to about the 36 before he's dropped. It'll be 4th down Bronx as we go to the fourth quarter. You're listening to Bronx football on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Trevor Jackson, Shane Parker with you on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM. Blowout city tonight for the Bronx, leading 48-0 at halftime. It's 48-6 as we go to the fourth quarter. And 4th and a yard coming up for the Bronx.
4th and a yard.
I'm assuming they're going for it. Yeah. You're not going to punt, are you?
I don't think so.
Crow, the running back. Davidson, the quarterback. 4th and a yard for the Bronx from their own 37-yard line. So Davidson ready to go. Going to bring a man in motion. And they're going to give it underneath the Crow, and he will have the first down at about the 41, 42-yard line. So they'll move the chains and keep the clock going.
Logan Moxie coming into the ballgame now for the Bronx.
Yeah, it's just good to see, all these guys, we talked about it just before halftime, Shane. They'll practice all week. If you get a chance, get them in there. And the coaches, I think the Bronx coaches have always done a good job over the last decade and a half of getting those guys in there when they can, because you're only going to do yourself favors. Coming up, Crow again on the delay. Maybe a yard, that'll be it as he's driven back.
If people are listening on the radio at the far end of the field, they need to turn their headlights off.
Yes.
The officials are asking for people to turn their headlights off.
If you're on the south end of the field in that parking lot and your headlights are on, turn them off, please. Your headlights are shining in the eyes of the players. Thank you very much. Bring him out in motion. And the give is going to go that way.
That's
on the jet sweep.
That's the Chase kid.
Chase is loose down the sidelines and will take it inside the Laramie 30.
Boy, he showed a little speed, didn't he?
You know, he did. He kind of kicked it into gear when he got the edge.
Carson Chase, 5'7", $140, sophomore.
He's fast.
Yeah, he is.
5'7", 140.
Yep.
That was me when I was a sophomore. Well,
yeah.
I was a little taller. I was about $140. You believe that?
Nope.
I was. Oh, maybe 170. You believe that?
Maybe.
Yeah. Hey, dude, 6 foot 194 when I graduated from high school. What the hell happened? We'll go the other way. Again, it's Chase, and he will take it inside the 25 to the 23-yard line.
Got another first down.
Yeah, what happened? No kidding.
Actually, that was Moxie.
Oh, it was Moxie this time.
Yep.
Yeah. 6 foot 194.
Logan Moxie.
If I was 6 foot 194 right now, people would go, "Who is that?" So spot the ball at the Laramie 24. 1st and 10 Bronx. 9:25 to go in the ball game. Bronx up big. Again, had the running clock the entire second half.
Be good for the second team to punch one in, though.
It would be wonderful, wouldn't it? And the give up the middle, and maybe a couple to the 20. Maybe
Dominic Johnston.
So Johnston gets a carry. We'll give him the 21-yard line. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming for the Bronx. Boy, these wouldn't this be great to get these guys in the end zone? Because you're playing against the Laramie starters.
Yep. Because they only bring a certain amount of kids on the road trip.
Well, usually you're going to be between 30 and 40 guys go. And for Laramie, probably 30 guys here tonight?
Yeah, probably.
So you don't have a whole lot of subs. So 2nd and 8. It's going to be Moxie again. Inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and short.
3rd and 1.
This is Shane. It's team building for the next couple of years, really, isn't it? If you look at sophomores playing, you're looking at they're your senior class in 2 years.
Yeah, there's a lot of sophomores on the field right now.
I mean, that's your senior class in 2 years. So get them as many snaps as you can. Davidson ready to go again. 3rd and short for the Bronx. The ball at the Laramie 14. Bronx lead 48-6. Under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Clock running. Davidson up the gut. Oh, it's Moxie again. And he's inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal Bronx at about the 3.
Not only are the ball carriers and the receivers and the quarterback, all underclassmen, doing a great job, but how about that?
Old line.
The old line just blew a hole wide open for Moxie to run through.
Tell you what, Moxie ain't very big. He's quick, too. Quick, built low to the ground and quick.
5'6", $150.
He's quick. Moxie will leave.
His parents own Pure Energy. He probably lives in the gym. He's probably a stout little dude.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah. He's not eating Cheetos, is he? Sitting on the couch playing video games eating Cheetos? No. And the give will go up the middle, and the Bronx, I think, are in. Is it a touchdown or not? We're going to get a spot, and they're going to say no. I think short of the goal line. No, or is it a touchdown? Nope, it won't be a touchdown.
3rd down.
So
second down and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. Boy, they're running people through. Who's in the backfield now? Who is that? Is the running back now?
Malachi Bandy Schmidt.
Malachi Schmidt is the running back now. In there with Davidson. 2nd and goal from the 1. Give it to him. Score!
Bandy Schmidt scores a touchdown.
Nice. You know what's great about that? Seeing the backups, the JV team score is awesome.
And all the guys on the sideline coming over to greet them as they come off the field to congratulate them.
And the Bronx go for the extra point. It'll be Ty Gilbertson was going to go out and kick it, I think. It will be. Dane Steele holds. Gilbertson for the point after with 6:28 to go. And God, it's great to see those young guys score. I love that. A lot of times they don't get much of a chance, and the extra point is good.
Gilbertson with the extra point.
With 6:28 to go, Sheridan 55, Laramie 6 on the Range scoreboard. You listen to Bronx football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
One season, 2 halves, 4 quarters, 1 halftime, 1 final whistle. A season of memories to last a lifetime. Don't let distractions turn those memories into tragedies. Texting while driving is a dangerous distraction. Sending or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving the length of an entire football field with your eyes closed. Whether you're driving to the game or down the court, YDOT reminds you to stop the text and stop the wrecks.
Paid for by YDOT Federal 402 funding.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Trevor Jackson, Shane Parker with you on 1410 KWYO and also our video web stream, SheridanMedia.com. Hey, this is over early. It's 48-0 at halftime. It's now 55-6. And a great victory for the Bronx tonight. They have looked so good. I mean, we had a lot of issues week 1 where they squeaked it out against Central. Last week, not so great at South. It was okay, but not great. But tonight, whole different story, Shane.
Yeah, Coach Maurer would be a lot happier on the post-game show tonight, I do believe.
Ball on the ground once tonight. Other than that, it's been pretty much flawless.
And it's been a wet ball tonight, too.
Yeah, you think about, the weather conditions and everything. And Gilbertson to boot it away. Low squib kick. Bounding on the ground. It's going to be picked up, dropped, kicked, and covered at the 18-yard line by Laramie.
Trev, the other thing that and you know this, but this turf is now 15 years old.
They're about ready to replace it.
It went out for bid this week to, they're going to replace the field turf, right? I mean, it's still, you look at it, it still looks like it's in great shape. They say there's about a 10-year life expectancy on this field turf. They've got 15 years out of it.
You came across it tonight. I think it's in good shape.
It's in good shape. But it is time to replace it. It's a fast surface.
Well, it is. And the thing about it is, you think about the sun and the damage and the winters that do to it. It's just going to wear out. 1st and 10 Laramie at their own 18. Malone on the give to Roberts for about 2 or 3. 6 minutes to go, 55-6 Bronx. 18 consecutive Sheridan wins
over
in
Laramie.
This series with Laramie.
Isn't that crazy?
Last Laramie win 05?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
And then we beat them in 05 to win the state championship. Or not 05, that was 95.
I don't even remember 05
right.
losing to these guys. 18 in a row they've beaten Laramie. Second and about 7 for the Plainsmen inside their own 25. Malone, delay give, and a loss on the play of about 3. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 back at the 21-yard line. Not a whole lot there. Good to see these young guys not only score on offense, but defensively, jamming them up a little bit too. Having some success. 5 minutes to go. Again, coming up, we've got Jeff Mowry will join us on the post-game show brought to you by First Federal Bank and Trust. And we'll have the highlight show brought to you by Blowdorn Lumber following that at the end of our broadcast tonight. So stay tuned for that. Malone again. And they'll go right up the middle, and it'll be 4th and about, 6 or 7?
Fourth and 4.
4th and 4. Sorry, 4th and 4 at the 25-yard line. So 4th and 4 coming for the Plainsmen with 4.5 to go. And they're going to run their punt team out there. Really? Are we minimizing damage here? Going to send, looks like Berrettini's going to go back to receive this punt. If I'm the Laramie punter, I don't want to kick it to Berrettini because this is going to end up in the end zone, I have a feeling.
Also, Ryan Metcalf.
And Berrettini back at their own, at the Sheridan 40. Maybe Laramie just wants to delay the...
Oh, it's blocked.
And the punt's blocked. And they'll scramble after it, and the Bronx will have it around the 3-yard line. Oh. Second week in a row.
Alex Haswell got in there and blocked it.
Haswell blocked it last week. The Bronx got a punt block and a touchdown. It was Phillip last week blocking it.
Yep.
And the Bronx scored the touchdown. And now it is, with 3.5 to go, if you're Jeff Mowry, and you're up 55-6. Do you just take a knee? He just talked to Darren Davidson, who's going to go right to the referee and says, I think we're going to go into victory formation. Yep. The Bronx are they're not going to score again. Bronx go into victory formation right here, I think, Shane, don't they? Yeah. I mean, I think this is a cool thing to do. And Darren takes a knee. Yep. I think that's a good. I mean, look, it's 55-6. You just blocked a punt. You're burying them. You might as well just let it run out, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they can completely run it out here.
Well, I don't think. Well, one thing is they didn't want to score again.
Right.
I know that. You don't want to hang 62 on these guys for no reason at all. And Davidson will take the snap again, take a knee, and they'll just let this clock run. And if there's any time left, Laramie will get it back on their own 3-yard line. But the Bronx are not going to, again, run a play. Davidson will take the snap, take a knee. Ball will be spotted at the 6-yard line. Well, you know what? It's always nice when you win your homecoming game.
Oh, heck
isn't it?
Yeah, you bet.
Early in the year. Are we doing homecoming dance tonight?
It's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Okay, tomorrow night. So I know the girls swimmers are on the road, and so they'll probably miss that. Volleyball team miss it tomorrow.
Brock Owings came back and won the regional
golf today.
Yep. And then Sam Spielman won by probably 20 strokes.
She's a boat race this year for Sam.
She shot 69.70.
I think she only was second once. I think she won every tournament but won this year.
They'll have the state tournament coming up.
Yep, and state tournament's coming up. And one more knee for Davidson. Under 2 minutes to go. And Laramie will get the ball back after our next play. 55-6, we're assuming, is the way this one's going to end. And again, the Bronx blocking the punt, had the ball at the Laramie 3. They weren't going to try to score again. Not going to happen.
Brock Owings must have had a heck of a day today because he was not even in the first group today. He was one of the.
Well, he
was 11 strokes better today than he was yesterday.
Well, hey, if you're a golfer, we've all been there, haven't we?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Usually it's the other way, though. You're 11 strokes worse. And one more knee for the Bronx. And Laramie will get the ball back and maybe run a play, and that'll be it. And again, Jeff Mowry coming up will join us on the postgame show, brought to you by First Federal Bank and Trust, and the highlight show coming your way as well. But again, the Bronx total domination tonight, leading 48-0 at halftime. And they're going to win this game 55-6. And it was good to see. After the first week, they squeaked that one out against Cheyenne Central. Last week, 41-14, they beat South. But it wasn't really a thing of beauty. But tonight, Shane, they were
sharp. All aspects,
yeah,
weren't they?
They were sharp tonight. Defensively, special teams. Yep. Look at that moon tonight, too.
All three phases of the game.
My friends, go outside and look to the east and look at that moon. It's spectacular tonight.
Just peeking through the clouds there.
That's awesome. So one more play and we'll be done. And that'll be it. And time running down. Ball game over. The only thing left is we say handshakes. And we're done. 55-6. Bronx win it tonight. Bronx on the road next week to Rock Springs. In 2 weeks, Bronx at home with Thunder Basin. And Thunder in a pretty good battle tonight with Cheyenne East. A couple of the top teams in 4A doing battle in Gillette tonight. So handshakes all the way around. And
East leading Thunder Basin 24-21 in the third.
That's half a ball game right there. So the Bronx win it tonight 55-6. We'll get a break. You're listening to Bronx Football on 1410 KWYO. 106.9 FM.
When it comes to printed, embroidered, or promotional product needs, there's only one choice in and around Sheridan County. That's Kilpatrick Creations on Brundage Street in Sheridan. Our knowledge and experience puts us ahead of all others. Our expertise guarantees you a quality and affordable product each and every time. Our pricing is fair and consistent, our garment selection is extensive, and our quality is unmatched. So for your next screen printed, embroidered, or promotional product order, go straight to the experts at Kilpatrick Creations. Remember, we're here to make you look good.
Loans can help people when they need money. Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union makes loans. So does that mean Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union helps people? You bet it does. That's what it's all about. When you're a credit union member, that means you're also an owner. And practically anyone in the Sheridan area can be a member by becoming a customer at Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union, located at 141 South Gould, member NCUA, equal housing lender.
If you have employees coming to stay for an extended time in Sheridan, make them feel at home with a room at the Candlewood Suites. These extended stay rooms feature fully equipped kitchens, including a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding view of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll have more than just a room. They'll feel right at home. Call 307-675-2100.
You know what they say, if you're not first, you're last. For all your plumbing demands, choose A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair. Commercial, residential, new construction, remodel jobs, and all repairs in between. A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair, because they are number one in a number two business. Call 672-9454. That's 672-9454.
First Federal Bank and Trust formed in Sheridan in 1935 as a financially stable community bank. We strive every day to support and improve the lives of our staff, customers, and communities. Currently, we have some great certificate of deposit specials. We are also assisting you with an increased online savings rate that you can easily open online. First Federal strives to maximize your earnings. We have been your community bank since 1935. First Federal Bank and Trust. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
Take advantage of Jeep Adventure Days this month at Sheridan Motors. From the open road to the Bighorn Mountains, Jeep is always ready for the ride. Visit Sheridan Motors at 3270 Wrench Drive and check out our all-new Jeep inventory, accessories, gifts, and more. Premium 2022 Jeep vehicles are in stock now, with even more coming soon, so don't miss out. Excellent financing and special incentives may be available to those who qualify. Come see what Jeep Adventure Days is all about at Sheridan Motors.
You have a new prescription to be filled, but where should you go? Hi, this is Vandalyn Meyer with Hospital Pharmacy West. Visit us and see what a local hometown pharmacy is like. Keeping all your prescriptions in one place makes it much easier for you, and knowing your medication history helps our pharmacists answer your questions. We look forward to seeing you at Hospital Pharmacy and Hospital Pharmacy West.
Hometown pharmacy, hometown care at Hospital Pharmacy West.
Projects are complex and full of communication hurdles. WWC Engineering is a multidisciplinary engineering firm that's been serving the Rocky Mountain region since 1980. WWC's range of consulting services is broad and employs an exceptional staff that has worked on a multitude of conservation district and water resource projects, giving them the experience from ground and surface water rights to irrigation and stream restoration. WWC Engineering. Call 672-0761 or visit them at wwcengineering.com.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, to Homer Scott Stadium. Blowout tonight from Sheridan, Bronx. And coming up in a few minutes, we'll hear from Bronx head coach Jeff Maurer. But this was something that they needed. You know, after last week, thinking that they would have an easy time at Cheyenne South, and they kind of did, but it wasn't clean. Tonight it was clean, and they blasted Laramie. Again, Bronx up 48-0 at halftime, and 55-6 was the final, scoring just once in that fourth quarter. But good to see the young guys go out there and really do some damage defensively and offensively tonight in that second half. And again, Jeff Maurer will join us shortly on our post-game show presented by First Federal Bank and Trust. And then coming up a little bit later, we'll have the highlight show to come your way. So please stick around. Jeff Maurer will join us when we come back right after this.
Are you looking to expand your operation, purchase a new building, or get that business idea of yours off the ground? Hi, this is John Dick with First Bank of Wyoming. For all those business projects, big and small, we can help. Our decisions are made locally, and we're here for you every step of the way from concept to completion. Let's get started today. Stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2, or give us a call at 672-1733. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As a presenting sponsor, we're so excited for this year's WYO Film Festival. This is Misty Gardner with ERA Carroll Realty. This is a weekend you don't want to miss. Just one of the features is the 50th anniversary re-release and remastered in 4K, The Godfather. The YO Film Festival starts September 30th. Get tickets at yofilmfest.org. ERA Carroll Realty. We're about more than real estate. We're about family, friendship, and community.
Would you like to turn your fly cast into an art form or learn how to process your own meat? Would you like to learn American Sign Language or study different styles of yoga? Sheridan College is offering community interest classes to provide unique learning experiences that will feed your curiosity in a wide variety of subjects such as art, technology, outdoor, and cultural topics. Begin tailoring your education to your hobbies by visiting www.sheridan.edu/community. Using our easy online form to enroll or call an advisor today at 307-675-0500.
This is the First Federal postgame show. We'll be back to wrap up tonight's game right after this from First Federal.
First Federal Bank and Trust formed in Sheridan in 1935 as a financially stable community bank. We strive every day to support and improve the lives of our staff, customers, and communities. Currently, we have some great certificate of deposit specials. We are also assisting you with an increased online savings rate that you can easily open online. First Federal strives to maximize your earnings. We have been your community bank since 1935. First Federal Bank and Trust. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, everybody, as we go to the post-game show, and Jeff Mowry joins us. And this is what I thought you and I were going to talk about last week, was the improvement we saw. And tonight I think we saw your guys hitting on all 8 tonight. I mean, that really looked nice.
Yeah, the guys came out, even in a monsoon like we had there. Coach Sullivan said before the game, I don't think it's going to rain anymore. We don't need to put the cover on the camera. And boy, was he wrong. But that rain came down, and we got that first score in, got the turnover on the kickoff, and went and punched it in again. Our guys were executing cleanly today. It was really good to see, and playing with some confidence. I think those young guys are starting to believe that they can do it, and they came out and executed. It was a good way to start.
Well, I think the message from the coaching staff must have been heard loud and clear this week.
Yeah, they, like we said in week 1, Trevor, that these guys play with a lot of effort, and it's a matter of getting that effort focused. Last week they had effort, but then we were making mistakes. They were trying to do too much, taking big hits when we don't need to, and they just cleaned it up and executed much cleaner today. And our schemes are there, and so they believed in it. They believed in themselves, and they believed in their teammates, and this is a product of that.
I thought was really great was you're able to get all the guys off the field, put the young guys in, and they go out and do great things defensively and offensively. They went out and scored. Defensively, they were really good as well.
Yeah, we had one breakdown on the score there. And the young guy, some speed from Larry got behind us, and our guys did. They come out and executed really, really cleanly. Our special teams stayed sharp. In fact, in the first half, we had 2 special teams mishaps without getting guys out there. We've got to clean up. But other than that, they stayed sharp throughout. Even late into the game, we got our second punt return in, and we get a blocked punt there at the end. It was good to see. And special teams were huge tonight. We got some turnovers off special teams a few times, and then, like we said, anytime the ball's wet, we get turnovers, it's a good thing, and we held on to the ball.
Rock Springs this next week. Head coach is a good friend of yours. You've known him forever. You guys were high school or college roommates.
Yep.
If there is one team that's laying for the Sheridan Bronx this year, it's Rock Springs, because you got them here at home last year, and then you pounded them in the state championship. It can be the thing about it is you got a team laying for you, and then you're going to get on the bus and go all the way to Rock Springs. Everything's against you next week.
Yeah, it's a long road trip for sure. You're playing in Rock Springs, which is a hard place to play. It's kind of vacant on our sideline. That train rolls behind you, and it just echoes throughout the stadium. And it's been a tough place for us to play. My first season down there, Trevor, we barely pulled one out. And, it's going to be tough. Lenhart will have his guys prepared. The guy knows X's and O's better than anybody in the state. And he will have his guys prepared. He's got a great quarterback and a good receiver that can cause you some damage if you're not executing like you're supposed to. And they run multiple formations. You've got to balance up on defense, and they will find a gap. He says all we try to do is out gap people, and he will try to do that by pulling multiple people. You'll see tight ends, centers, everybody pulling, and they'll try to overload you. And if they do that, you're in a bad way. And if you're on your heels, it's tough to play Rock Springs.
It's one of these amazing things that you and I can go back to 2009 was a state championship year for the Bronx. And since then, I don't think there's been it's been the toughest place for the Bronx to perform. It's been Rock Springs since 2009. I don't think you haven't lost, but it hasn't been really good either.
No, and we've had some, Parker Christensen and people like that have gone down there, and you're thinking, we just get the ball to him a few times, we'll be able to pull away, and we've never pulled away down there. It's been a tough place to play every year we've gone down there, and now it's gotten even worse because I think I can't speak highly enough about Coach Lenhart and what he does with that program. You saw it a year ago. He brought that program from, not making the playoffs a couple years before into a state championship with a high-quality football team, and he'll do the same again. His guys will be ready to play.
Don't you think, though, when the coaches meet Sunday, because you always meet on Sunday, and you go over the film, it'll be a lot different this week than the first 2 weeks. I think that each coach is going to see lots of good things that happen tonight.
We'll see some good things, and the beauty of film is it's never as good as you think as it was, and it's never as bad as you thought it was. And so even last week, we were frustrated about some things on that bus ride home. We got into film. We did some good things. We just hurt ourselves, and we'll find things tonight that maybe we'll highlight for sure, but there will be a lot of things to grow from too. And the great part about our staff is we will build our kids up for sure, and we'll tell them what they did well, but we will also tell them how we're going to get better, because week 3 is never good enough. I don't care if you're in football or anything in life. Week 3 isn't as good as what we need to be at the end, and so we'll continue to improve.
Nice job.
Thanks, Trevor.
You bet. Head coach Jeff Mowry coming up next. We've got the highlight show, so stick around. That's on the way.
Are you looking to expand your operation, purchase a new building, or get that business idea of yours off the ground? Hi, this is John Dick with First Bank of Wyoming. For all those business projects, big and small, we can help. Our decisions are made locally, and we're here for you every step of the way from concept to completion. Let's get started today. Stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2, or give us a call at 672-1733. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As a presenting sponsor, we're so excited for this year's WYO Film Festival. This is Misty Gardner with ERA Carroll Realty. This is a weekend you don't want to miss. Just one of the features is the 50th anniversary re-release and remastered in 4K, The Godfather. The WYO Film Festival starts September 30th. Get tickets at wyofilmfest.org. ERA Carroll Realty. We're about more than real estate. We're about family, friendship, and community.
It's time for the Blodorn Lumber Highlight Show. Stay tuned for all the action from tonight's game right after this from Blodorn Lumber.
Sheridan's oldest continuous lumber company, Blodorn Lumber, is open 7 days a week for your convenience. 7:30 to 6 during the week, Saturdays from 8 to 5, and Sundays from 9 to 2. Have questions about your home project, new construction, or tools? Stop by Blodorn Lumber in Sheridan. They're always happy to help you out. Blodorn Lumber, located at 860 Riverside Street, or call them at 307-672-2471. Serving Sheridan since 1957.
Are you looking to expand your operation, purchase a new building, or get that business idea of yours off the ground? Hi, this is John Dick with First Bank of Wyoming. For all those business projects, big and small, we can help. Our decisions are made locally, and we're here for you every step of the way from concept to completion. Let's get started today. Stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2, or give us a call at 672-1733. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As a presenting sponsor, we're so excited for this year's WYO Film Festival. This is Misty Gardner with ERA Carroll Realty. This is a weekend you don't want to miss. Just one of the features is the 50th anniversary re-release and remastered in 4K, The Godfather. The WYO Film Festival starts September 30th. Get tickets at wyofilmfest.org. ERA Carroll Realty. We're about more than real estate. We're about family, friendship, and community.
Are you looking to expand your operation, purchase a new building, or get that business idea of yours off the ground? Hi, this is John Dick with First Bank of Wyoming. For all those business projects, big and small, we can help. Our decisions are made locally, and we're here for you every step of the way from concept to completion. Let's get started today. Stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2, or give us a call at 672-1733. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Thanks a lot, Dave. We go to the highlights now, the Bronx. Well, they got it rolling early. 7:42 to go Opening quarter, Colson Code 3 yards out. Bronx would score score it 6-0. The extra point no good. The Bronx are off and running. And we go to the second touchdown, 5:56 to go. It was Gilbertson on a 3-yard run. 2-point was good. The Bronx led 14-0. Then the Bronx would get their third score of the first quarter. 2:18 left in the first. It was Colson Kuhn from 21 yards out, and the Bronx were up 20-0. Inside the 30 of Laramie. Bronx lead 14-0. Give it to Kuhn. Up the gut. Breaks a tackle. 20. And he will still be on his feet at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Bronx! And that was a classic run right there by Colson Kuhn. I forgot. There was one other touchdown with a half minute to go in the first half. It was Matt Kettner scoring again. Bronx up 27-0 going into the second quarter. For the Bronx at the Laramie 40. Just get the ball to number 5. He can make up for a lot of your mistakes. You got to catch the dang football, though. Quick step. Gilbertson to throw. Looking. Unloads underneath. It's going to be caught by Kettner. 30, 25, 20. Cuts back. 15, 10. Has a chance. He scores.
No hanky.
Kettner. That's just pure speed right there from Kettner. And the Bronx up 27-0. Go to the second quarter. And that's when it got ugly. 10:53 to play in the first half. Colson Kuhn from a yard out. That made it 34-0 Bronx. And goal Bronx at the Laramie 1. And the give is going to go to Colson Kuhn, and he will smash it in.
He just runs right over the
top.
Top.
That was an easy one. 8:52 to play first half. This time, Taryn Grooms from 21 yards out. 41-0 Bronx at that point.
Yeah, 27 years ago.
Oh, my goodness. And the give is going to go up the middle. And breaking tackles, getting to the outside. It's a Bronx. What a great-looking run by Taryn there as we go to the sixth or seventh touchdown, I should say, of the first half. This one was a touchdown pass to Dane Steele, 25 yards, and the Bronx led 48-0. Dane Steele comes back on the field, and Custis now, the running back for the Bronx. 4 wides in the set. See if the Bronx open it up here on 2nd and long from the Laramie 25. Steele in motion. Gilbertson to throw. Looking, pumps once, going to go deep. Got a man wide open. Touchdown, Bronx! Dane Steele makes the catch. There's your touchdown pass. Laramie would get their only score of the game with 8:05 to go in the third quarter. The Bronx would get one last touchdown. Vandy Smith would score on a 1-yard run with 6:28 to go. Your final score, Sheridan 55, Laramie 6. Boy, they're running people through. Who's in the backfield now? Who is that? Is the running back now?
Malachi Bandy Schmidt.
Malachi Schmidt is the running back now. In there with Davidson. 2nd and goal from the 1. Give it to him. Score!
Bandy Schmidt.
And that will wrap up the highlight show for tonight. And big thank yous all the way around. Thanks to Shane Parker for being on the air with us tonight. Also, our on-site producers, Steve Schreffler and James Timberlake, and our on-site cameraman tonight, Kevin Coyle, doing all the work out in the rain tonight. Guys, thank you so much for making this happen. I hope you enjoy the video web stream plus our radio broadcast here on KWYO and 106.9 FM. We'll do it again next week as the Bronx head to Rock Springs. I'm Trevor Jackson, SheridanMedia.com Sports.